everybody, and welcome to Veterans Stadium in the windup of this long homestand as the Phillies open a 3-game weekend series against the Atlanta Braves. I'm Andy Musser with Harry Callis and Rich Ashburn. About a perfect night for baseball here, as the Phillies and the Braves will meet in the opening game of this series. And the Braves have changed pitchers. They're going to go with a right-hander named Buddy J. Solomon, who used to be Eddie. And the Phils will go with Larry Christensen. Rich?
And the fans here have really been royally entertained before the game by Philadelphia's disco group, the Tramps. Some pretty fancy dancing going on down there on the field before the ball game. And, of course, Phillies fanatic David Raymond is down there also entertaining the fans. As Andy mentioned, almost a perfect night for baseball. The Phils have won 6 in a row. The Chicago Cubs stay hot. They won again this afternoon on a one-hitter by Dennis Lamp over the San Diego Padres. Right now, the Phillies are trailing the Cubs by a game and a half in National League East, and Montreal is only 2 games back. The pitcher, Buddy J. Solomon, a father tonight, or father this morning for the first time. He and his wife had a baby son born just this morning, so a pretty significant day for the Braves starting pitcher tonight. The lineup should be handed out shortly. The umpiring crew, it's Ed Vargo's crew of umpires. They should be making their way to home plate pretty soon, and we'll come back and give you the starting lineups for tonight's game in just a moment.
Chrysler LeBaron's a good combination. It's a car sized for today's living, yet loaded with luxury. It gives you your money's worth with sensibly sized style. And your choice of 3 models: the young, stylish 2-door, a classic 4-door, and the new LeBaron Town & Country wagon. The difference between this wagon and any other is luxury. Why drive a car that doesn't feel great? Why not get your money's worth of style and luxury? When LeBaron gives you all this, why settle for anything less? See it at your local Chrysler Plymouth dealer today.
Ignore this tone. In the next 30 seconds, Cutman Transmission will analyze your transmission while it is in operation. If it is faulty, we'll know about it. And you will be fully aware of the care Cutman takes in its work, as well as of their free towing service. We can see it now. It's coming into focus. The analysis of your transmission is here. It is. Oh, no. Thank you.
Cotman Transmissions is offering you a good deal. They'll road test your car. They'll remove the pan, clean the sump and screen, adjust the bands and linkage, install a new pan gasket, and add new fluid. And that's a pretty good deal, because it only costs $11.45. That's $11.45. Not a lot for a little peace of mind.
Cutman fixes transmissions because they know how.
For the leaders in preventive maintenance, check your local yellow pages for the Cotman man near you.
I just saved myself a trip to the bank and a trip to the post office. I've got this new thing going with George Bank by phone from Girard Bank. Just paid a month's worth of bills, did a whole pile of banking. I even gave myself a loan. Oh, sure. A few other banks have pay by phone, but Girard lets me pay and bank by phone. You know, it's almost like having a Girard Bank right here in my kitchen.
Ask for a demonstration of George Bank by phone at any Girard Bank office.
Out of the song, but we leave the old song, and the thrill that it's long departed. It's no disgrace, going back to the place where the born and the change was started. And so we'll laugh and joke tonight, tell the folks tonight, that the Lord King. We'll sing the song we used to sing. When we're singing the song, we'll sing.
Now let's go with the lineups, and first for the Atlanta Braves tonight, leading off in center field, Roland Office. Batting second, the shortstop, Darrell Cheney. Batting third in right field, Gary Matthews. Batting fourth and leading the league in hitting, playing left field, Jeff Burrows. Batting fifth and catching, Biff Pocoroba. Batting sixth, first baseman Dale Murphy. Batting seventh, playing second base tonight, Rod Gilbert. Batting eighth, a rookie at third base, Jerry Maddox. And batting ninth, right-handed pitcher Buddy J. Solomon. And incidentally, the child that he and his wife had today has been named Eddie Domingo Solomon. So I guess in his family they are big on middle names. Well, the Phils have taken the field. We're going to have our national anthem in just a moment, and following that we will give you the Phillies lineup. A great night for baseball as this weekend series between the Phils and the Atlanta Braves commences. A couple of weekends ago, the Phils lost 2 out of 3 in Atlanta. Now our national anthem. This broadcast is authorized under broadcasting rights granted by the Phillies solely for the entertainment of our listening audience. Any publication, rebroadcast, or other use of the description and accounts of this game without the express written consent of the Phillies is prohibited. The announcers on this broadcast are retained by WPHL-TV and are subject to the approval of the Phillies. And here's the Phillies lineup tonight. Leading off in right field, Bake McBride. Batting second at shortstop, Larry Boa. Batting third baseman Mike Schmidt. Batting fourth in left field, Greg Luzinski. Batting fifth at first base, Richie Hebner. Batting sixth, the center fielder, Gary Maddox. Batting seventh and catching, Bob Boone. Batting eighth, second baseman Jim Morrison. And batting ninth, right-handed pitcher Larry Christensen. Larry is 3-4 this year. In his last game, he got a no-decision pitching against the Dodgers. That was the game that was won in the ninth inning on Davey Johnson's grand slam home run. Now you can win even more money in the Daily News home run payoff because this season every hit pays off. Tonight's payoff inning will be the sixth. The umpires tonight, Ed Vargo has the plate, Charlie Williams at first, Terry Tata at second, and Paul Pryor at third base. And during tonight's Phillies game, each Philly that homers receives a free case of Tasty Cake and one for Shriners Hospital for Crippled Children. And the same goes for the Phillies winning pitcher. We're about ready to start this ball game, a battle of right-handers, Buddy J. Solomon against Larry Christensen. Roland Office getting set to step in for Atlanta, and here for the play-by-play, Harry Callis.
All right, thank you, Andy. Good evening, everyone. Roland Office hitting at .262. Office starting in the center field with the injury to Brian Asselstein. Asselstein is out for the year. Broke his leg trying to climb the fence in Atlanta to take a home run away from Mike Lum. Here's the first pitch of the ball game by Christensen. A fastball is high for a ball. Christensen's 1-3, lost 4. His earned run mark 4.43. Next pitch to Office is low for a ball. It's 2-0. It's been a while since Christensen has won a game. Last win came on May 14th. The 2-0 pitch to Roland Office. Wide for a ball, and he falls behind him 3-0. Office will be followed by Darrell Cheney and then Gary Matthews. Here's the pitch to Office, over for a strike called. It's 3-1. Great pregame show tonight by the Tramps. Here's the 3-1 pitch. It's low, ball 4, and Roland Office, a base runner, to lead off the ball game. The Office at first base and nobody out. That'll bring up Darrell Cheney, the shortstop. Cheney, a switch hitter, hitting .299. Bats left against Larry Christensen. Cheney has hit safely in the last 10 straight games. Here's the pitch to Darrell Cheney, and he takes inside for a ball, 1-0. Phillies have had an excellent homestand coming into this final series, having won 8 of the 9 games played. A throw to first base, and Roland Office gets back. Office has stolen 1 base. He has been caught 5 times. There's the pitch to Cheney, and he takes a strike call. Cheney had dropped the bat as if to bunt. Took the pitch. The count is 1-1 to Darrell Cheney. Tom Burgess coaches at third base for Atlanta. Pete Ward at first. Stretch by Christensen. 1-1 pitch. Fastball is high and outside for a ball. It's 2-1. Well, he's played Cheney around to the opposite field and play him fairly shallow. The 2-1 pitch. Swing a hard ground ball, glove nicely. Hebner to ball 1. The relay to Christensen, not quite in time. Close to a double play. Boa had to wait a little bit till Christensen got to the bag. They got the lead man, Office at second base. Hebner to Boa, 1 down, and Cheney safe at first.
Hebner made a good play on a hard hit ball. And Christensen a little late in covering. The throw from Boa a little behind him. And Larry unable to negotiate the play at first.
So Cheney at first on a fielder's choice, 1 out. That'll bring up Gary Matthews, the right fielder. Matthews is hitting .287. He's hit 7 homers, knocked in 14 runs. Pitch on the way to Matthews is outside for a ball. Matthews missed about a month of this season with a separated shoulder. 1-0 pitch to Matthews, a swing and a miss at a good fastball. Ball on the strike to count to Gary Matthews. 1-1 pitch to him is over for a strike call. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Cubs shut out San Diego this afternoon, 5-0. A 1-hitter by Dennis Lamp. The only hit, a 6th-inning single by Gene Richards. Padres made 5 errors in that game. 1-2 pitch is high for a ball. It's 2-2. Lamp got the win and Bob Ochinko the loss, and Dave Kingman hit a home run for Chicago in the first with a man on, his 13th of the year. He leads the National League in that department. Here's the 2-2 pitch. Swinging a ground ball to short. That might be 2 to Morrison. 1 relay in time for the double play. Matthews grounds into a double play. No runs, hits, or errors, and none left. We go to the bottom half of the first inning. It's Atlanta 0. Phillies coming to bat. Rate in any year. MAB Paints. When you paint, get the paint that lasts longer. MAB. It gives you more years per gallon. And great in 78 is what people will be saying about the Phillies. MAB has Phillies Great in 78 bumper stickers. And you could win 2 tickets to a Phillies game if one of the MAB spotters sees the Phillies bumper sticker on your car. To get your free Phillies bumper sticker, visit the nearest MAB paint store, dealer, or Rich Luck's home center in your neighborhood.
I tried to do some things, oil on machine, always under the hood. One wouldn't change places with anyone else, even if I could. I worked on every car, big and small, every kind of engine too. If there's one thing that applies to them all, whether they're old or new, you can't buy better plus for any kind of car than Champion. You can't buy better plus no matter where you are than Champion. Champion's number 1 in the world, and number 1 in your car. Some folks don't mind working in a big place, being part of a team. I prefer just swinging that engine, nobody in between. You can't buy better plus for any kind of car than Champion. You can't buy better plus no matter where you are than Champion. know you can. Buy better plug for any kind of car than Chatfield. You can buy better plug no matter where you are than Chatfield.
We have this travel note to pass along. An Amtrak spokesman says delays can be expected on any train coming or going to the Baltimore, Washington, D.C. area from Philadelphia because of a collision between two trains just north of the Capitol Beltway station in the Washington, D.C. area. Now back to the Phillies-Braves games and Harry Callis.
A year after pitching 20 games in relief for Bobby Cox, he's won 1, lost 3, saved 2. His earned run average is 3.71. And today he is a proud papa. His wife back in Atlanta gave birth to an 8.5-pound boy, Eddie Domingo. First child for the Solomons. Fake McBride to lead off for the Phils. He's hitting .290. Fake has hit well lifetime against Atlanta pitching, .339 lifetime. Solomon's pitch to McBride is a breaking ball low for a ball. Braves failed in the top half. There's Solomon's 1-0 pitch. Breaking ball is low again, ball 2. It's 2-0. Phillies have their longest winning streak of the year going, 6 in a row coming into this game tonight. Here's the 2-0 pitch. That's high, ball 3. 3-0 the count to Bake McBride. Solomon was signed originally by the Los Angeles Dodgers. He went to the Cubs in the Burt Hooton deal along with Jeff Zahn. Picked up by the Braves from St. Louis for Mike Beard. Pitch inside, ball 4. McBride walks on 4 pitches. So Bake is the leadoff runner with nobody out. It'll bring up Larry Bowa. Bowa is among the top 10 hitters in the National League, hitting a .317. Larry has really had an outstanding year, offensively and defensively. Buddy Jay will have to watch Fake McBride. Shake and Bake has stolen 13 bases. He's been caught only once. Pretty good size lead. Pitch to Bowa is high for a ball. Solomon has not thrown a strike as yet, and Pip Polkaroba out to talk to him. Braves are looking for a bunt. I doubt if Bull will be bunting here. I think he'll be playing for 1 run. He might try to beat out a bunt for a base hit, but I don't think he'll be sacrificing. And I don't think he'll try to beat one out because the third baseman and the first baseman are right down Bowa's throat.
There's a stretch by Solomon. The pitch to Bowa is inside, ball 2, 2-0. 6 straight balls thrown by Buddy J. Solomon. McBride first base and nobody out. Solomon throws to first base and Bake gets back in time. Now the stretch by Solomon, the 2-0 pitch is over for a strike call. It's 2-1 to Larry Bowa. Bowa will be followed by Mike Schmidt. Birthday wishes tonight to Betty Straub, a great Phillies fan. 1st and 3 with the Atlanta Braves. Tomorrow night, Jim Cobb will be going against Dick Ruthven. On Sunday afternoon, it'll be Steve Carlton and Phil Niekro. A quick throw to first, and Bake was nearly picked off. Had to dive back in safely. Two and 1 the count to Bowa as McBride calls time to dust himself off. Here's the 2-1 pitch. Swing and a fly ball to right field. Well hit. Matthews back at the warning track makes the catch. Bowa gave it a pretty good ride to the warning track in deep right. 1 down. That'll bring on Mike Schmidt. Schmidt hitting .263. Mike's hit 8 homers, knocked in 29 runs. Schmidt has now dropped down a little bit in the runs scored battle in the National League. Pete Rose has scored 38. Ivan DeJesus of the Cubs, 37. George Foster and Andre Dawson, 36, and then Mike Schmidt with 35. There goes Bake McBride, a swing and a miss. Pokerova's throw not in time. Steal number 14 for Shaken Day. That's 11 in a row, and he is now 14 out of 15 in the stolen base department.
Well, Bake with a good lead and a good jump. Pokerova's throw was right there, but Bake down there ahead of the throw. And he could even try to steal third here.
McBride at second base and 1 out. 1 strike to count to Schmidt. There's a pitch on the way to Mike, and it's low for a ball. It's 1-1. They can't get too good a lead at second base because second baseman Rod Gilbreth is playing very close to the bag. They play Schmidt around to the left to pull. Solomon stretches a pickoff throw at second base, close play, and Bake gets back safely. One out, McBride at second base. We're in the bottom half of the first inning. 0-0. A ball and a strike to Mike Schmidt. Here's the 1-1 pitch. Just missed inside. 2 balls and a strike to count to Schmidt. Schmidt, he's hit 8 homers, has knocked in 29 runs. At Montreal, Reggie Smith has hit a first-inning 2-run home run off Rudy May, and the Dodgers lead the Expos 2-0 after 1. Throw to second base. Behind the bag was Gilbreth. Take back easily. Tommy John pitching for Los Angeles in that game. Pitchers are up at Shea for San Francisco, Bob Knepper, and for the New York Mets, Jerry Koosman. Here's Solomon's stretch, 2-1 pitch. Breaking ball that just missed low, and it's 3-1. 3 balls and a strike to Mike Schmidt. Bake McBride at second base, 1 out. Bottom half of the first inning. Three-one pitch. Slider is low, ball 4. He walked him. Now they're checking with first base umpire Charlie Williams to see if he committed himself. Williams said no, so it's a walk to Mike Schmidt. 2 walks given up in the inning by Buddy J. Solomon. That'll bring up Greg Luzinski. Although Greg has been in somewhat of a slump, but hitting at only .236, he has had 12 runs batted in this homestand in 9 games. 10 homers, 33 runs batted in this year. McBride at second, Schmidt at first. Pitch on the way to Luzinski. Fastball inside for a ball. Stretch by Solomon. The pitch to the ball is in the dirt. Ball 2-0. Solomon has been wild. Walked McBride. He has walked Schmidt, and he's behind Luzinski 2-0. And Biff Pokerova again goes out to talk to him. Nothing to count to Greg Luzinski as Biff Pokerova comes back behind the plate. There goes Bake McBride and Schmidt. It's grounded foul down the third baseline. So Bake McBride, again the lead runner on a double steal attempt, but it was fouled off. It's 2-1.
Bull had a good pitch to hit. He wasn't going to let it go. It was on the inside part of the plate. A pitch that he can drive a long way. That's that double steal led by McBride. He goes on his own, so the runner, or the batter, a lot of times isn't aware that they are going. He's just really up there hitting by instinct.
Solomon's 2-1 pitch. Fastball is high, and he falls behind Luzinski, 3-1. McBride at second, Mike Schmidt at first. They walked. 1 out, bottom of the first. Solomon now steps off the rubber and looks fake McBride back towards second base. Here's the stretch, and the pitch to the Bull is low ball 4. He walked him. Solomon has walked, the bases loaded. Bride moves up to third. Schmidt to second. Puts one down. It'll bring on Rich Hebner. Hebner is hitting .269, 4 homers, and 20 runs batted in. Rays pitching coach Cloyd Boyer going out to talk to Buddy J. Solomon. Boyer, one of the brothers, 3 who played in the major leagues, along with Cleat and Kenny. Kenny now, of course, managing the St. Louis Cardinals. Pitchers are up at Pittsburgh. For Cincinnati, Paul Moskow, and for Pittsburgh, Don Robinson, and George Foster has greeted Robinson with a home run on the first with 2 outs. Cincinnati leading at least 3-0 in the first, for Foster, his 12th for the year. Here's Richie Hebner, bases loaded, 1 out. Buddy J. Solomon in first inning trouble, winds. And the pitch to Hebner, swing and a foul back up and over our heads. 1 strike to count to Rich Hebner. The American League, Cleveland leads Minnesota 3-1, bottom of the third. That's Jeff Zahn against David Clyde. Kansas City at Detroit will have Paul Splittorff against Jack Billingham. Chicago at Texas, Pablo Torrealba and Doc Medich. Here's the 1-strike pitch to Hebner. It's low in the dirt, skipped away from Pocoroba, but not far enough for an advance by Bake McBride, who started down the line and then realized that he would have been a dead duck at the plate and scampered back to third.
Good block by Pocoroba. That ball was way up in front of him. Kind of a nasty hop up in front of home plate. Pocoroba got a part of the ball and slowed it just enough to keep the runners from advancing.
Ball on the strike to count to Richie Hebner with the bases loaded, 1 out, first inning. Here's the windup by Solomon, the 1-1 pitch. Swing and a line drive. That's going to fall for a base hit to right field. McBride scores. Schmidt rounding third. He scores. And the Phillies lead it 2-0. Richie Hebner, a line single to right. Knocks in his 21st and 22nd runs of the year.
The bases on balls have really hurt Eddie Solomon. He walked 3 in the first inning. 2 of them have scored already. Well, Richie Hebner's father, Wild Bill Hebner, down here from Boston for the weekend, and kind of a nice thing to see. You see your son get a bases loaded single first time up.
Here's Gary Maddox. Luzinski at second base, Hebner at first base, 2 runs in. Maddox hitting .305. Gary's in the throes of a slump. He's 0 for his last 13. Pitch to Maddox. Swing and a high fly ball, shallow center. Coming out is Roland Office, the center fielder, and he makes the catch, and Maddox is out on 1 pitch, 2 down. That'll bring up Bob Boone. Boone hitting .269. Booney's hit 6 homers, knocked in 27 runs. 2 runs are in, 2 men on base, 2 out. Greg Luzinski is second, Richie Hebner at first. Solomon stretches. Here's the pitch to Boone. Strike called on the outside corner at the knees. Jim Cott going against Dick Ruffin tomorrow night at 7:35. Jack a day on Sunday, remember. Good pitching matchup. Steve Carlton and knuckleballing Phil Negro. 1 strike pitch. Fastball is over, and Solomon's in front of Boone, 0-2. Solomon stretches. The 2-strike pitch. Slider low and outside for a ball, 1-2. Buddy J. Solomon's 1-2 pitch, swing and a miss. He struck him out with a breaking ball. Phillies scored 2 runs in the first on 1 hit along with 3 walks, no errors and 2 left, and at the end of 1, it's 2-0 Phillies. Now time for a tasty break.
Tasty cake is a day in spring, a brand new love or a golden ring. Tasty cake is the morning sun, it's all the good things wrapped up in one. Tasty cake is the deep in the sea, the song they're singing for you and me. Tasty cake is a world of fun, it's all the good things wrapped up in one.
When summer temperatures rise, Tasty Cake's prices drop. So right now you can bring home Tasty Cake at really sizzling savings. Choose delicious vanilla cupcakes, cream-filled cupcakes, cream-filled coffee cakes, chocolate or vanilla crimpy. Every family pack that you pick comes with plenty of great-tasting cake inside and a really super special price outside. Look for this red-hot deal at participating stores. Tasty Cake, it's all the good things wrapped up in one.
Jeff Burrows will lead off for the Atlanta Braves in the second inning. Let's pause here for station identification. This is the Phil's Baseball Network.
At 8:31, this is KYW Philadelphia. AccuWeather says clear and noticeably cooler tonight, a low 57. Tomorrow, sunshine, beautiful, a high 80. 73 degrees and clear now on Independence Mall.
Fans, this Sunday is Jacket Day, and we hope all your kids are planning to come to the vet to see the Phils and the Atlanta Braves. These great-looking jackets with Phillies across the front for all youngsters 14 or under, compliments of the Phils and English leather. Get your tickets now and plan to be on hand for Jacket Day. Sunday afternoon, 1:35, Steve Carlton going against Phil Negro. Jeff Burrows will lead off for the Braves here in the second inning. He's hitting .331, 4 homers, 25 runs batted in. He leads the league in hitting. He takes a breaking ball low for a ball. Burrows has really hit Christensen well. 5 for 9 last year, 4 of them home runs. 1 for 3 this year, a homer. Christensen's next pitch is on the inside corner for a strike, and it's 1-1. Ball on the strike to Burrows. Here's the 1-1 pitch. Fastball is low. It's 2-1. Burrows will be followed by Biff Polkarova and then Dale Murphy. 2-0 Phillies, second inning. Here's the 2-1 pitch. Swing and a pop foul behind the Phillies dugout, out of play. 2-2 the count to Burrows. Kansas City leads Detroit 1-0 in the second. Paul Splittorff against Jack Billingham. San Francisco and the Mets 0-0 after 1. 2-2 pitch, fastball high and inside. It's full count. 3-2 to Jeff Burrows. Leading the league in hitting at this moment, .331. 3-2 pitch, swing and a foul straight back. Stays 3-2 to Burrows. Christensen has his sign from Bob Boone. 3-2 pitch. Strike 3 called. He struck him out with a slider. First strikeout for Christensen, 1 down on the second. That'll bring on Biff Pocoroba, the catcher. Pocoroba's switch hitter will bat left against Christensen. He's hitting .257. One out, nobody on base. Biff Pocoroba steps in. Pocoroba's hit 2 home runs, 19 runs batted in. One of his homers a slam on this trip at St. Louis. Pitch to him is low and outside for a ball. Phillies lead 2-0, second inning. 1-0 pitch to Pocoroba. Outside ball 2, 2-0. Here's the 2-0 pitch to Pocoroba. Swing and a well-hit ball to right field. Bake McBride going away back. This ball's out of here. Home run, Biff Pocoroba over the 371-foot mark. Number 3 for Pocoroba. So it's a 2-1 ball game. The Phillies lead cut in half.
Somebody gets Pocoroba out, Harry, but it's not Phillies pitchers. He hits the ball hard almost every time up off Phillies pitching staff. He had a fastball. It was right down the heart of the plate, but he didn't miss it.
Here's Dale Murphy, the first baseman, hitting .195. The pitch to him, fastball low for a ball. Murphy's hit 4 homers, 21 runs batted in. 2 homers coming on this trip at Pittsburgh. One of them a slam that won the ball game. The pitch to him is low for a ball. It's 2-0. 2-1 ball game. Phillies lead, second inning. Here's the 2-0 pitch. Fastball inside, ball 3. 3-0 the count. Christensen has been pitching behind the hitters so far. .30 pitch to Murphy. Fastball is over for a strike called. It's 3-1. Rod Gilbreth waits on deck. 3-1 pitch to him. Swing and a pop-up towards short. Larry Bowa is there waiting, and he makes the catch. Murphy is out, 2 down. That'll bring up Rod Gilbreth, the second baseman. Gilbreth is hitting .208. Boone goes out to talk to Larry Christensen. 2-1 ball game, second inning. Tomorrow night, 7:35 start time. Plenty of tickets remain. Jim Cott going against Dick Ruthven on Sunday afternoon. It'll be Steve Carlton and Phil Niekro. Two outs and nobody on base as Rod Gilbreth steps in. There's the pitch to Gilbreth, and it's a breaking ball outside for a ball. .1-0 pitch to him is over for a strike called. It's 1-1. Cincinnati got 4 in the first at Pittsburgh off Don Robinson. 1-1 pitch. Breaking ball low. It's 2-1. That's Paul Moskow against Don Robinson, and George Foster hit his 12th home run of the year in the first inning. The 2-1 pitch. Fastball is popped foul out of play. 2-2 the count to Rod Gilbreth. Christensen's 2-2 pitch. Swing and a foul ball. Stays 2-2. Jerry Maddox, the third baseman waiting on deck, just called up from Richmond. 2 outs, nobody on base here in the second. The Phillies leading the game 2-1. The 2-2 pitch. Fastball just missed inside. Full count to Gilbreth. Here's the 3-2 pitch. foul back up over the screen. Remains 3-2 to Rod Gilbert. Three-two pitch to him, swinging a ground ball foul down the third baseline. Mary Sue Stiles, a long run to chase that ball down in left field. Finally picks it up and gets a round of applause from the fans. Stays full to Gilbreth with 2 outs. Three-two pitch again, another foul ball back into the upper deck. One of Christensen's 4 losses this year came at the hands of the Braves, and lifetime he has not fared all that well against Atlanta. 3-6 lifetime. 3-2 pitch. High ball 4, walked him. Second walk given up by Christensen. Rod Gilbert, the base runner, with 2 outs. That'll bring up Jerry Maddox. Maddox, the third baseman, is 0 for 10 since being called up from Richmond. He was hitting .252 at Richmond with 6 homers and 20 runs batted in. He has some power. Maddox, an Arizona State product. Here's a pitch to him, and it's outside. A snap throw to first. Gilbert gets back. Maddox at Arizona State broke all of Reggie Jackson's single-season home run record. Here's the pitch to him. Swing and a ground ball foul at the plate. 1-1 the count to Jerry Maddox. Jerry Royster normally would be in the lineup for the Atlanta Braves. He is out with a pulled hamstring muscle. Gilbert takes his lead off first base with 2 outs. Here's the pitch to Maddox. Swing and a ground ball base hit center field. Gilbert will stop at second base. And the Braves have 2 men on base and 2 outs. That's the first major league hit for Jerry Maddox. That'll bring up Buddy J. Solomon, the pitcher. Solomon's been at bat 6 times this year. He has 1 hit. 2 men on base, 2 outs. 1 run in on Pocoroba's home run. Phillies lead it 2-1. Here's a stretch by Christensen. And the pitch to Solomon is a fastball high for a ball. Larry has labored in the early innings with his control. One-oh pitch. Swing and a miss. Big cut of the fastball. No contact. Following a strike to count to Buddy J. Solomon. Christensen looks down at Bob Boone. 1-1 pitch. Swing and a ground ball, base hit right field. Gilbreth rounding third. McBride's throw, and he is out at home plate. A great throw by Jake McBride. McBride put it right on the money to Bob Boone, and Gilbreth nailed at the plate, attempting to score. The Braves got a run in the inning on 3 hits, including a homer by Pocoroba. No errors, 2 left. We go to the bottom half of the second inning. It's Phillies 2, Atlanta 1.
The day is done. It's time to let it go. It's the moment to unwind. So just say bud. And pour the and settle back and be yourself. No matter what you do, no matter when or where, you know a glass
so good. It's like an easy jet.
Drew Morrison will lead off for the Phillies here in the bottom of the second. Morrison hitting 192, 3 homers, 10 runs batted in. Morrison will be followed by Larry Christensen, and then the top of the order, Bake McBride. Phillies leading it 2-1. Those got their runs on one hit. Bases loaded single by Richie Hebner. There's the windup by Solomon. The pitch to Morrison, a high fly ball, left center field. Jeff Burrows coming in. He makes the call, makes the catch, and Morrison is out on one pitch, 1 down. That'll bring on Larry Christensen. Christensen is hitting 143. 1 homer. He has knocked in 4 runs. Christensen last year was one of 3 pitchers. He hit 3 homers in a season. Christensen, Steve Carlton of the Phillies, and Rick Rhoden of the Los Angeles Dodgers. There's a pitch to LC. A fastball is over for a strike called. Solomon's 1-strike pitch, swinging a little dribbler back to Eddie Solomon, and he has it and throws, and Christensen is out, 2 down. That'll bring on Bake McBride. He walked, stole second, scored a run his first time up, and made a fine throw to cut off a run in the top half of this inning. 2 outs, nobody on base, and Shake and Bake steps in. He's had a great homestand. Wind up by Solomon, pitch to McBride as a strike called at the knees on the inside corner. Buddy J. Solomon's 1-strike pitch, swinging a foul back up over the screen. So he's in front of McBride, 0-2. Solomon getting his first start of the year. He has not pitched against the Phillies since 1976 when he was wearing a St. Louis Cardinal uniform. Here's the 2-strike pitch. In the dirt, 1-2. He has no lifetime record against the Phillies. Ball and 2 strikes to McBride with 2 outs. Solomon's 1-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. Struck him out with a breaking ball. McBride goes down swinging, and the Phillies go down in order in the second. Second strikeout for Solomon. No runs, hits or errors, and none left. The other 2, it's 2-1 Phillies.
Hey, Culligan man.
Have you ever stopped to consider how important water is to your home? Whether it's for the washer, bathtub, dishwasher, or for drinking, you want the best possible water, right? Well, that's where Culligan pulls through. Your local Culligan dealer will make a free, no-obligation water analysis of your household water. He'll recommend just the right Culligan water conditioner to meet your needs. Call on your local Culligan dealer. He's in the white pages under C. Why put up with water that smells or tastes bad? Call...
Hey, Culligan man.
Station wagon fanciers buy wagons for a lot of reasons. One reason, to take them where the fun is. That's what the roomy 4-door Mercury Zephyr wagon is all about. To take you where the fun is, in style and comfort. Mercury Zephyr wagon. It features precise rack and pinion steering, 2.3-liter engine, advanced wide-mount front strut suspension, and 79.5 cubic feet of cargo space behind the second seat. Mercury Zephyr wagon. It's ready to take you where the fun is anytime. Check one out at your Lincoln Mercury dealer.
Sam's 2 great Phillies publications are on sale at the ballpark or through the mail. The Phillies Yearbook, brand new and one of the best ever, loaded with color pictures of the players and their families, plus lots of interesting reading. On sale at the vet for $2 or through the mail for $2.50. Also, Baseball the Phillies Way, a fully illustrated book on how to play the game of baseball, plus 27 full-color baseball cards of the Phillies players. On sale at the vet for $1.50 or through the mail for $2. For both publications, send a check or money order to Phillies Publications, Box 7575, Philadelphia 19101. Get your copies right away. We move to the third inning with a score: Phil's 2, Braves 1. For more play-by-play, here's Andy Musser.
Thank you, Harry. And Roland Office will lead it off for Atlanta. Office walked in the first inning. Left-handed batter. Here's Larry's first pitch to him. Swing and a drive down the left field line. It's long, and it is a foul ball. Well, that was right down the line, and it certainly had home run distance, and we had to wait and see the call by third base umpire Paul Pryor, but it was foul. So strike one on Roland Office. Braves have a home run tonight. It was hit by Biff Pocoroba. And the Phils lead the ball game 2-1. Christensen winds. Here's the next pitch to Office. Breaking ball is low. 1 ball and 1 strike. 2 years ago, Office pieced together a 29-game hitting streak. Here's the 1-1 pitch to him. Swing and a miss, strike 2. When the Phils were recently in Atlanta, the thought was that Office might be on the trading block. But with the injury to Asselstein, the Braves are probably glad that they did not deal away Office. Here's the 1-2 pitch to him. Swing and a miss. He struck him out. Foul tip. Boone hangs on, and Christensen picks up his second strikeout. One away, third inning, and here's Darrell Cheney. He grounded into a fielder's choice in his first at bat. He has a 10-game hitting streak on the line. Cheney, switch hitter, batting left-handed. Wind up in the pitch by Maddox. Swing and a miss, a strike. Center fielder Gary Maddox. Did I say pitcher Maddox? Christensen pitching. Maddox in center field is shaded out toward left center. We do have 2 Maddoxes here tonight, but the other one's playing third base for the Braves. Here's a curveball popped in the air and foul ground next to third, but it's out of play. Schmidt came over, but he didn't have any room. And it's 0-2 on Darrell Cheney. Cheney's having a good year. He's batting at .299. Pat Rocket was thought to be the regular shortstop for the Braves, but he just hasn't hit at all. The 0-2 pitch is a fastball on the inside corner, the third strike. So Christensen gets back-to-back strikeouts to start the third inning. Two down, and here's Gary Matthews, who leads the Braves in homers with 7. In the first inning, he grounded into a double play. Matthews cuts a foul into the crowd, strike 1. In that recent game in Atlanta, Matthews went 0 for 3 batting against Christensen. Big, strong, right-handed batter. Here's a curveball grounded towards shortstop. The steady Larry Boa gets it and throws him out, and Christensen has his first 1-2-3 inning. At the end of 2.5, the Phils lead the Braves 2-1. Now it's time for a tasty break. When summer temperatures rise, Tasty Cake's prices drop. So right now you can bring home Tasty Cake at really sizzling savings. Choose family packs of vanilla cupcakes, cream-filled cupcakes, cream-filled coffee cake, chocolate or vanilla crimpies. You'll find these red-hot summer savings at participating stores. Tasty Cake gets all the good things wrapped up in one.
Tasty Cake is a world of fun. All the good things wrapped up in one.
Sound of the storm, but to leave the old song and the thrill that has long departed. It's no disgrace going back to the place where the fun and the change was started. And so we'll laugh and joke tonight. We'll sing the song we used to sing. Every song you sing, you'll be my party dog. I'll never waste you. When little songs are swinging, you'll be my teenage queen. I wanna hold your hand and go without and joke and sing the song we used to sing.
Gary Boa will start the Phillies' third inning, facing Buddy J. Solomon, the right-hander whose wife gave birth to a son today, Eddie Domingo Solomon. Here's Boa, put the ball on the warning track in right field, caught by Matthews in his first at-bat. Harry has really been a steady hitter this year. He has had 8 3-game hits. First pitch to him is in at the knees for a strike call. Solomon from Perry, Georgia. One of very few of the Braves players who originate from their native state. Here's the one-strike pitch to Boa. A little pop-up, but it's foul out of play behind third base. 0-2 the count on Boa. Solomon appeared in one playoff game for the Dodgers. Pitched against the Pirates in the 1974 playoffs and came up with 2 scoreless innings. Here's the 0-2 pitch to Boa. It's outside, ball 1. Boa, Schmidt, and Luzinski to bat for the Phillies in the third. Phils lead this game 2-1. The only hit the Phillies have drove in the 2 runs. It was a line shot to right field by Hebner. Here's the 1-2 to Boa. Ground ball to first base, fielded by Murphy. He makes the play unassisted for the out. Boa really motoring down that line, made it a close play. So Boa's the first out of the third inning, and here's Mike Schmidt, who walked and scored in the first. Mike batting .263 at game time. Pitch on the way to Mike, and it's a fastball high, ball 1. Solomon throws a curve, a slider, and a changeup to go with this fastball. At the tail end of last year, he was one of the Braves' starting pitchers. He was in their regular rotation. There's another fastball up high, 2-0 the count. And combining his minor league stops with his appearances in the majors last year, Solomon was a 15-game winner. 2-0 to Schmidt is outside, ball 3. Solomon falling behind 3-0. Well, the Phils have had some great late-inning dramatics here at the ballpark this week, winning 2 games in the 9th and another in the 8th, which was their last at-bat. Here's the 3-0 pitch, over for a strike call. And of 9 games the Phillies have been in this year that have been decided in the 8th or 9th inning, they have won 7 of the 9. 3-1 pitch on the way to Schmidt. Swing and a foul ball into the upper deck. Full count. Phil's batting in the third. Nobody on base. There's 1 out. Full count to Mike Schmidt. Shortstop Cheney way over toward third. And third baseman Jerry Maddox fairly close to the line. Here's the pitch to Schmidt. It's a dribbler toward third. Maddox gets it head high. The throw is in time and a very close play. And Schmidt thought he had it beaten out. Maddox takes a long time to release the ball at third base, but he does have a gun, and that was a close play at first.
Smitty got a good breakaway from home plate. Maddox with kind of a delayed throw, and Mike, we have a television replay up here. Schmidt beat it out. He was safe.
Here's Luzinski at the plate. He takes a strike at the letters. Bull leading the Phillies in RBIs with 33. He has a dozen of them on this homestand. Greg walked in his first at bat. Here's Solomon's next pitch. It's a fastball outside. 1 ball, 1 strike. Luzinski batting .236. Here's the 1-1 pitch to Luzinski. A changeup just a little bit high. 2-1. Luzinski very close to 1,000 career hits. He's only 3 shy as he stands at the plate. And Greg has done that fairly quickly. This is only his 7th year. Here's the 2-1 pitch to the ball. Swing and a ball tapped foul, third base side. 2 balls, 2 strikes to Luzinski. Tomorrow night, ex-Phil Dick Ruthven will pitch against the Phillies. And he will be opposed by left-hander Jim Cott. Here is a hard hit ball deep into left center field. Way back, it is gone. A real bull blast to deep left center field, and the Phillies lead the game 3-1.
For a guy in a slump, the bull has really been driving in a lot of runs, and this homestand, he nailed that one deep left center field.
Greg Luzinski homers for a case of Tasty Cake and one for Shriners Hospital for Crippled Children. Home run number 11 for Luzinski and his 34th run batted in. At the plate, the left-handed batting Hebner, who knocked in the previous 2 runs, and a curveball is in for a strike. So the Phillies have 2 hits, and they have really counted. Hebner's 2-run single and Greg Luzinski's bull blast. Next pitch on the way to Hebner, and it's popped up third base side, behind third. It is close to the stands. It is going into the stands. Maddox came over to make a play, but he had no chance. Let's pause here for station identification along the Phillies Baseball Network.
At 8:59, this is KYW Philadelphia. AccuWeather says clear and noticeably cooler tonight. The low 57. Tomorrow, sunshine and beautiful. The high 80. Currently 72 degrees clear on Independence Mall.
0-2 the count on Richie Hebner. Solomon winds. Here's the pitch to Hebner. Check swing. He takes it low, a ball. 1 ball and 2 strikes to Hebner. Each side with a home run tonight. Pocoroba homered for Atlanta. And now Luzinski for the Phillies, and the Phils lead this ball game 3-1. Here's the next pitch to Hebner. It's a slider low, 2-2. That's the 11th home run for the Phillies on this homestand. They really like to hit here at Veterans Stadium. First, the Phillies are getting ready to go out of town now, but this doesn't figure to be that bad a trip. The Phillies are going to the coast for 7 games. Here's the pitch to Hebner. Swing and a miss. A foul tip. He struck him out as Pocoroba hangs on. That's the 3rd strikeout for Solomon, but the Phillies get a run in the inning on the homer by Luzinski. 1 hit, nobody left on base. At the end of 3, Phils lead Atlanta 3-1.
A luxury car ought to give you your money's worth of luxury. It ought to be big enough for you to stretch out in and have a smooth and easy ride. Chrysler Cordova gives you all that and more. You not only get options like Corinthian leather, but 5 different roof styles, not to mention that great Chrysler engineering. Standard features like the lean burn engine that gives you better performance. Chrysler Cordova, the ultimate personal luxury car. See it at your local Chrysler Plymouth dealer and get your money's worth.
Gary, I feel like a salad. Let's go to Gino's.
Salad at Gino's?
Sure, you make it yourself.
This I gotta see. Yep, Gino's Salad Bar. All the crisp, fresh, delicious salad you can eat. Salad created by the world's greatest salad chef, you. Gino's Salad Bar has all sorts of greens, tomatoes, chickpeas, croutons, bacon bits, and 6 different dressings. So come on, come to Gino's and feel good. Hey, I'm feeling good. Feeling good. Feeling good. Feeling good.
One of the best ways for you and your friends to have a night out in the town that you'll never forget is to attend a Phillies game in a group outing. Just pick out a date and call the Phillies group sales experts at 803-5000 and let them do the rest. A group outing at the Phillies is fun for everyone, so make that phone call. Call 803-5000 and come on down to the vet for all the excitement of Phillies baseball, and we have had some excitement here this week. Jeff Burroughs to start it for the Braves in the fourth inning. He looked at a third strike when he batted in the second. Here's the pitch by Christensen, and it's in for a called strike. Burroughs leading the National League in hitting with a .331 average. Here's the pitch to the right-handed batter, and it's called strike two as Christensen gets it over at the knees. Burroughs leads the Braves with 57 hits. Next pitch to him is in the dirt. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Christensen winds. Here's the 1-2 pitch to Burroughs. The fastball is inside. 2-2. He'll be followed by Pocoroba and Murphy. Braves trail this game 3-1. Here's Christensen's next delivery, and it's just a bit low. Full count. Three balls and 2 strikes on Jeff Burroughs. Here's Christensen's pitch. It's a breaking ball and a fly ball to center field, not very deep. Maddox comes in and takes it for the out. Burroughs may have broken his bat on that one, and the fly ball did not go very far into center field. That's 1 down. And that'll bring up Pocoroba, who homered in his last at-bat. Montreal has scored 4 times in their half of the third inning, but they still trail the Dodgers 5-4 as they go to the fourth. Dan Schatzeder is pitching in relief for Montreal. The Reds have scored a couple more runs. They now lead the Pirates 6-0. And Jerry Royce is pitching in relief for Pittsburgh. Pocoroba takes a called strike at the knees. The home run for Biff was his 3rd of the year. Here's the pitch to him, and it's in for called strike 2. And Christensen, who was getting behind the batters early, now is getting in front. Larry has retired 4 straight batters. Here's a slider that just misses inside. A ball and 2 strikes to Pocoroba. He's a switch hitter batting left-handed. The 1-2 pitch on the way to the Atlanta catcher. It's a changeup outside, 2-2. Well, this is Lutheran night here at Veterans Stadium, sponsored by the Lutheran Brotherhood, and they have over 8,000 in attendance here at the ball game. The 2-2 pitch to Pocoroba. He grounds a foul beyond first base. The Atlanta catcher recently signed a long-term contract. Signed a 6-year deal with the Braves. Here's the pitch to him. Swing and a foul straight back. When he graduated from high school, his parents asked him what he wanted, and instead of a car, he asked for a pitching machine. Now there's a guy who's dedicated. 2 balls and 2 strikes to Pocoroba. Ground ball, first base side, just foul. That was close. Count holds at 2-2 on Pocoroba from Los Angeles. He's still only 24 years of age. So the Braves did not mind going out on the limb on that long-term contract. Biff, incidentally, is his real first name. His father said he didn't want him going through life with a name like Herman or something like that. That's a direct quote from his father. So don't you Hermans get mad at me. Here's the 2-2 pitch. Changeup, grounded foul. Or Richie's.
You're going to get some mail, Andy. Got a few Hermans out there.
I'll bet you. Well, they can write to Mr. Pocoroba. I think maybe his name was Herman. Here's the 2-2 pitch to Biff. It's a pop-up in shallow center field. Gary Maddox coming in a few steps, waiting now, and Gary takes it for the out. Pocoroba flies out to center field. That's the 2nd out of the inning, and Dale Murphy will bat. Murphy's average still has not reached the 200 mark, but he is getting some long hits, and as Harry mentioned, he does have a grand slam home run on this road trip. Phillies lead the ball game 3-1. Pitch on the way to Murphy. Check swing, and the pitch was low. Ball 1 to Murphy. He is a blue-chip prospect out of Portland, Oregon. And although he's been up before, he is still listed as a rookie. Swing and a foul back. 1 ball and 1 strike to Murphy. Last year, he failed to make the club after a brief try, went back to the minors, and batted .305 at Richmond with 22 homers and 90 runs batted in. Here's the 1-1 pitch to him. Just a little low. 2-1 the count. Braves have 3 hits in the ball game. A home run by Pocoroba, singles by Maddox and Solomon. Here's a little tapper down the third baseline. It goes foul. Murphy ran it out, but the ball was foul before it got a third of the way down the line. So we've got a 2-ball, 2-strike count on Dale Murphy. Two out in the inning. Nobody on base for Atlanta. American League action tonight. Cleveland 6, Minnesota 1. They've gone to the 7th inning. Detroit leads Kansas City 2-1. They're in the 3rd. And Chicago failed to score in the 1st inning at Texas. That's Torrey Alba against Medic in that one. Here's the 2-2 pitch to Murphy. Called 3rd strike on the inside corner as Christensen gets strikeout number 4, and the Braves are retired in order in the 4th. At the end of 3.5, Phil's 3, Braves 1. Right now, MAB is having a super sale on home improvement items for spring, like a 5-piece Shoreline paint applicator kit. Regularly $8.89, now just $4.99, you save $3.90. And that's only the beginning. For more great savings, see the ad in this Thursday's bulletin. And be sure to visit your nearby MAB paint store, dealer, or Rich Lux Home Center the next time you think about painting and beautifying your home. MAB, making America beautiful. Bank AmeriCard and Master Charge accepted.
Turkey used to be reserved for special occasions, but today, a Lancaster brand turkey is for any time. Because Acme Super Saver makes it fit anybody's budget. And famous Lancaster brand turkeys are the smart shopper's choice for top quality and delicious turkey flavor. Roasted to perfection, you can be sure of getting tender, tasty eating. Lancaster brand, the anytime turkey.
At Acme Super Saver, serving you is our policy and my pleasure.
Plymouth Arrow gets great mileage, 39 on the highway, 29 in the city, and has a low sticker price, $38.41, excluding taxes and destination charges, and features like reclining buckets, tinted glass, and fold-down rear seat. So when you get a Plymouth Arrow, you get your money's worth. The mileage is an EPA estimate for a manual transmission Arrow with 1.6-liter engine. Your mileage may differ. Plymouth Arrow's great mileage, price, and features give you your money's worth. See it today at your local Chrysler Plymouth dealer.
Gary Maddox is the leadoff batter for the Phillies as we go to the 4th inning. Phil's ahead in this ball game 3-1. He'll be followed by Boone and Morrison to face the right-hander Buddy J. Solomon, who is getting his first start of the year. Solomon had worked in 20 games in relief to a 3.71 earned run average. Here's Maddox, who popped out to center field his first time up. Pitch on the way to Gary is low and outside, ball 1. How quickly a slump can develop, because Gary was red hot in the Dodger series over the weekend, but he didn't get any hits at all versus the Giants, and right now he stands at the plate 0 for 14. The 1-0 pitch to him. A fly ball to left field should be easy for Burroughs. He hardly has to move and takes it for the out. Maddox flies out to left. 1 down in the 4th, and here's Bob Boone, who struck out. Boone with 27 RBIs for the Phillies and a .269 average. Here's the pitch to Bob, and it's over for a strike call. Philly RBIs tonight by Richie Hebner. He drove in 2 of them with a first-inning single. And Greg Luzinski, who hit his 11th home run in the 3rd. Boone checks his swing and takes high. 1 ball and 1 strike. And those are the only 2 hits the Phillies have. There have only been 5 hits in this ball game. Here's the 1-1 to Boone. Strike called. Solomon had control problems in the 1st. He walked the bases full. He then retired the Phillies in order in the 2nd. And the only blow in the 3rd was Luzinski's homer. Here's the 1-2 pitch, swinging a ball off the plate foul. 1-2 to Boone. Ball game tomorrow night starts at 7:35. Dick Ruthman against Jim Cott, and Sunday afternoon it's 1:35, and the Phils will be facing Bill Necro in that one. Steve Carlton for the Phillies. Fastball misses inside, 2-2. Necro with 17 lifetime victories against the Phillies. Coming off a shutout at Chicago. Here's the 2-2 pitch to him. And a hard hit ball into left center field. It's going to be a gapper. Extra bases for Boone as it goes to the wall on a couple of hops. Boone on into second base and stands in with a double. Bob Boone with an alley shot into left center, and that's hit number 3 for the Phillies. Double number 5 for Boone. He's a runner at second with 1 away for Jim Morrison. Morrison flied to left field. Jim had a good series against the Giants, going 3 for 9. He has batted safely now in 4 straight ball games. And Jim had a pair of home runs in the Giants series. Phil's ahead 3-1. Solomon takes a look at Boone, and here's the pitch to Morrison. It's low, ball 1. When Solomon got in trouble in the 1st inning, the Braves had Rick Camp up in their bullpen. Here's the 1-0 pitch to Morrison. Takes a breaking ball high, 2-0 the count. Morrison's average was way down on the 140 area at one point. Now he's getting close to 200. 2 balls, no strikes to Morrison. Phillies ahead 3-1 and trying for more in the 4th inning. Jim asks for time and steps out of the batter's box. Phillies will be leaving right after the game on Sunday to fly to Los Angeles and meet the Dodgers Monday night. Pitch to Morrison, swing and a miss. He was way out in front. 2 balls and a strike. The game in Los Angeles Monday will start at 10 minutes after 5 Los Angeles time. That means you'll be able to hear it here on KYW and the Phillies radio network starting at 8 o'clock. The 2-1 pitch to Morrison. Fly ball, fairly well hit to right field. Getting back is Matthews, and he catches it for the out. Boone had been off second. He will have to hang on there. Morrison flies out to right field for the 2nd out of the inning, and that'll bring up Larry Christensen. Christensen dribbled one back to the mound in his first at bat. He's 0 for 1. Larry, as a batter, had his best game on opening day. He had a couple of hits in that ball game, including a home run, and drove in 4 runs. The opening Saturday of the baseball season. Here's Christensen, right-handed batter. Pitch to Larry, checks his swing, and takes low and outside, ball 1. Boone at second with 2 down. Phillies ahead 3-1. Solomon brushing off a sign from Pocoroba. Braves on this road trip have won 2 and lost 5. And now there's confusion between the pitcher and the catcher, and Tokorova's going out to the mound. Braves have won 20 and lost 32. They are in last place in the National League West. They trail the Reds by 12 games. 1-0, the count to Larry Christensen. Solomon stretches. Here's the pitch to LC, and it's high. 2-0 the count. The 2-0 pitch to Christensen. He takes it just a bit outside. 3-0. So Solomon, with 2 outs and Boone at second base, falls behind Christensen 3-0. You know he wants to nail him here. Here's the stretch by the right-hander, and the pitch. It's in for a called strike. 3-1 to Larry Christensen. Phil's batting in their half of the 4th inning, trying to win game number 7 straight. The 3-1 to Christensen. Strike call. Larry taking all the way. So we've got a full count to Christensen. Here's the stretch by Solomon. And the 3-2 to Christensen. Swing and a miss. He struck him out. Phillies retired in the 4th inning on no runs, 1 hit, and 1 left. At the end of 4, Phillies lead the game 3-1.
It's oil change time, and Trax 10W30 motor oil is now just 39 cents a quart at Penn Jersey Auto Stores. Trax is a top-quality motor oil that provides extra protection by meeting all warranty requirements. Limit 6 per customer. So stock up on Trax 10W30 motor oil for 39 cents a quart at your nearest Penn Jersey Auto Store. Penn Jersey, quality at a price you can't drive by.
Your car's not running like it did before. Make a pit stop at Penn Jersey Auto Stores.
I love the Phillies, so when I heard about Gerard Banks' play ball at the Phillies contest, I really got excited. It's between 9 and 14 can enter. If I win, I'll get to warm up with the Phillies and sit in the dugout during the game against Chicago on June 25th. I'll even get my own uniform and autographed baseball. My dad got me an entry blanket, Gerard Banks. All parents can get one for their kids, too. Any boy or girl 9 to 14 can enter at any Gerard office. But hurry, the contest closes June 12th.
5th inning baseball. Here's Rich.
And inviting you to join me on our Haddon Travel one-week trip to London. The cost $559 for this first-class trip. And here's what you get. British Airways scheduled 747s from Philadelphia. 7 nights at the first-class Kensington Hilton in London. Theater tickets, a wine and cheese party, transfers, tips, taxes, and baggage handling. And we'll be leaving right after the World Series on November 2nd. For a free brochure on this first-class one-week to London, featuring British Airways 747s from Philadelphia and 7 nights at the Kensington Hilton in London, call Haddon Travel. In Philadelphia, Walnut 3, 6663, and in New Jersey, 795-5550. Braves batting in the top of the 5th. It'll be Rod Gilbreth, Jerry Maddox, and Buddy Solomon, the first 3 batters, against Larry Christensen. Phillies scored 2 runs in the first inning when Solomon walked the bases loaded with 1 out. Richie Hebner hit a 2-run single, and Greg Levinsky scored the 3rd run on a 3rd-inning home run. The Braves scored their run in the 2nd inning on Biff Pogoroba's home run. Gilbreth, the batter, walked his first time up. Christensen's first pitch is a called strike. Gilbreth batting .208. Christensen was in some early trouble in the first couple of innings, but has really settled down. He's retired 6 in a row now. And another fastball through there for a called strike. 0-2 the count to Gilbreth. Gilbreth's a right-hand batter. Christensen misses low and outside with a slider. Phillies trail the Chicago Cubs by a game and a half. The Cubs won this afternoon over San Diego. Another slider outside, 2-2 the count. Dennis Lamp picks the one-hitter for the Cubs. Cubs are also having a good home stand. 2-2 pitch. Pop up on the infield. Mike Schmidt at third base. Looks like an easy play in fair territory. Makes the catch. Schmidt standing almost on the third base bag. Caught the little pop fly, and there's one down. And the batter will be third baseman Jerry Maddox, who got his first major league hit his last time up. He's 1 for 11 since being recalled from Richmond. Hits a fly ball, line drive right center field, dropping quickly a base hit, and Jerry Maddox is 2 for 2 off Larry Christensen. Maddox a one-out base runner, and the pitcher Buddy Solomon will bat. Solomon singled to right field his first time up, and on that play, Bate McBride threw Gilbreth out at home plate for the third out of the inning. Maddox on first, one down. Christensen out of the stretch. Pitch in the way, swing and a miss. Big cut by Solomon. Three-1 lead for the Phillies here in the top of the fifth, trying to win their 7th game in a row. One strike pitch, fouled back. Strike 2 on Solomon. Happy 79th birthday today to Mrs. Charles Newton in Philadelphia. Christensen ready again. And a strike 3. As Solomon threw his bat at the ball, he missed it. So Christensen gets his 5th strikeout. 2 down, and the batter will be the leadoff hitter, Roland Office. Office has walked and struck out. Officially 0 for 1 in the night. Maddox is on first, 2 down. That's Jerry Maddox, rookie third baseman for the Braves. Christensen out of the stretch. First pitch to Office. Pop up. Shallow left center field. Maddox, Gary Maddox coming on. Makes the catch and that'll end the inning. No runs, 1 hit, 1 left on. Phillies batting in the home fifth. They lead the Braves 3-1.
2 years ago, Plymouth introduced the most successful car in its history, Polaris.
Bake McBride leading off for the Phillies in the bottom of the fifth. They lead the Braves 3-1. Bake has walked, scored a run, and struck out. Bake officially 0 for 1, batting .289. It'll be McBride, Bowe, and Schmidt. First 3 batters against the right-hander, Buddy Solomon. McBride swings and misses at a pitch, strike 1. Solomon has settled down since that first inning when he walked 3 batters. He did give up a Lazinski home run in the third, but not much else. McBride fouls one off on the left side, strike 2 on McBride. I have a lady's birthday Ann Nordell, who says she was 62 years old on or about June 4th. I guess she really doesn't know for sure when she has her birthday. McBride grounds one towards first, caught by Murphy on one bounce. Murphy steps in the bag, and McBride is out. 1 down here in the bottom of the fifth, and the batter will be Larry Bowe. Bowe is flied out to deep right and grounded out. Larry officially 0 for 2. Batting around the .314 mark. Big right-hander Buddy Solomon, a father for the first time this morning. Boa tries to bunt one. He fouls it back. Strike one. I was in New York City when I became a father for the first time. Daughter Jean Meredith, born. Here's a line drive base hit left field, maybe extra bases. Boa rounding first. He'll make second easily with a stand-up double. So Larry Boa continues to pop the ball. Slicing a double down the left field line. Boa's on second, one down. And the batter, Mike Schmidt. Schmidt has walked, scored a run, and grounded out. Mike is officially 0 for 1 tonight, hitting at .262. Boa's on second, one down. The Braves will have to watch Boa. He could try to steal a base. Boa with a pretty good lead off second. And Schmidt steps out of the batter's box. Time is called. Solomon's pitch to Schmidt is outside, ball one. Rod Gilbert, the second baseman, plays very close to that second base bag, playing Schmidt as a dead pull hitter. Ball one, the count to Mike Schmidt. And the next pitch. Foul ball out of play. Behind home plate, 1-1 the count to Schmidt. Phillies lead 3-1, bottom of the fifth. Boa's on second, one out. Phillies with 3 runs on 4 hits. Braves with 1 run on 4 hits. Their only run on a Biff Pocorobo home run. Ball one, strike one to Schmidt. Solomon checks the runner. Schmitty, line drive, center field, Office coming on. He cannot get it. Go around third. He's going to score easily, and the Phillies lead it 4-1. Mike Schmidt with a single. Roland Office in center field really gave it a good try. He dived in the ball, but couldn't quite come up with it. Schmidt will get a single. A run batted in. Schmitty's 30th of the year, and the Phillies lead it 4-1. Schmidt's on first, one out. The batter's Greg Lazinski. The Bull has walked and hit a home run. 1 for 1 in the night, hitting .240. Phillies with a 4-1 lead, trying to get some more. Schmidt leads off first. Solomon's pitch. Inside, the Bull has to move back a little bit. Ball one, the count to Lazinski. Larry Boa's double, Mike Schmidt's single has given the Phillies a 4-1 lead. Solomon goes to first. Too late to get Schmidt. Boy, those Dodgers are having problems. Montreal has scored 6 runs in the 4th inning. They lead the Dodgers 10-5 at the end of 4 innings. Larry Parrish with a grand slam home run for Montreal in that 4th inning. In the meantime, Lazinski has swung and missed at a pitch. Ball one, strike one to the Bull. Solomon's pitch. Long drive. Oh, baby. Watch this one go. Home run. Oh, boy. Lazinski with his second home run of the night, a 2-run shot with Schmidt on base, and the Phillies lead it 6-1, and he really powdered it. Another case of tasty cake for the Lazinski family, and one for the Shriners Hospital for crippled children. And the Phillies lead it 6-1, and Lazinski really smoked it. Manager Bobby Cox coming out of the Braves dugout. That's going to be all for Buddy Solomon as Greg Lazinski has hit his second home run of the night. to put the Phillies ahead 6-1. A pitching change for Atlanta. The Phillies lead it 6-1, and we'll be back in a moment. Phillies fans, here's a great chance to win a free one-week vacation for two. It's a grand and glorious vacation for two at the delightful oceanfront Golden Inn in Avalon, New Jersey. And there's no obligation. Just stop in and register your name for the Golden Inn sweepstakes at any of the 3 Colonial Federal Savings and Loan offices. In Philadelphia, at the northeast corner of 5th and Chestnut, in Drexel Hill at Lansdowne Avenue and State Road across from Bonds, or in Havertown on Westchester Pike across from Manoa Shopping Center. Vacations like savings should be planned. Do both at Colonial. We pay the highest interest allowed by law, and we compound interest daily. But there's no obligation to open an account to win the Golden Inn Vacation Sweepstakes. All you do is register your name. Win this great vacation for two. Register today at any Colonial Federal Savings and Loan office in Havertown, in Drexel Hill, or at the northeast corner of 5th and Chestnut in Philadelphia. Drawing is June 16th. Member FSLIC.
Plymouth Arrow gets great mileage, 39 on the highway, 29 in the city, and has a low sticker price, $38.41, excluding taxes and destination charges, and features like reclining buckets, tinted glass, and fold-down rear seats. So when you get a Plymouth Arrow, you get your money's worth. The mileage is an EPA estimate for a manual transmission Arrow with 1.6-liter engine. Your mileage may differ. Plymouth Arrow's great mileage, price, and features give you your money's worth. See it today at your local Chrysler Plymouth dealer.
The new Braves pitcher, left-hander Craig Skoke, and while he's warming up, we'll pause for station identification on the Phillies Baseball Network.
At 9:33, this is KYW Philadelphia. AccuWeather says it'll be clear and noticeably cooler tonight, the low 57. Plenty of sunshine tomorrow, the high 80. It's clear 71 degrees at Independence Mall.
Left-hander Craig Skoke, the new pitcher, he's been around a while. He's 30 years old, spent most of his career in the minor leagues. He's a school teacher, 6-footer, 190-pounder out of New York, facing Richie Hebner with one down, nobody on base. Hebner, fly ball, center field, Office going back, has room, and makes the catch in deep center field. Office thought it was the third out. He was headed towards the dugout, but it's only the second out. And the batter will be Gary Maddox. Hebner had singled in 2 runs his first time up. Phillies have exploded for 3 runs in this inning on a Boa single, or a Boa double, a Schmidt single, and a Lazinski 2-run homer. Here's Gary Maddox, who's 0 for 2. Pitch to Maddox is fouled past third, strike 1. Gary's in a little slump. I believe he's, 0 for 15 now? And Gary was a hot batter about a week ago. Still hitting over the 300 mark, but just barely. Maddox takes inside, and the count is 1-1. Well, maybe the bull, Lazinski, is back. He's hit 2 out of the park tonight. Maddox fouls a pitch back. 1 ball, 2 strikes to Gary Maddox. Braves play Maddox straight away. Left-hander Craig Skoke. Maddox fouls another pitch back. Ball 1, strike 2 to Gary Maddox. The left-hander getting his sign from Pocoroba. The next pitch. Line foul right over the head of third base coach Billy DeMars. Count will hold it 1-2 on Maddox. Phillies leading the ball game 6-1, trying to win their 7th straight game. Only lost 1 game on this homestand. Maddox loops one left field side, a base hit. And extra bases as Gary rounds first, and Slides into second base with a stand-up double. So Maddox has broken his 0 for 15 string. And he's on second, 2 down, and the batter will be Bob Boone. Boone has a double tonight in 2 kinds of bats. The Phillies really have a lot of extra base hits tonight. 2 home runs by Lazinski. Boa has a double, Maddox a double, Boone a double. Phillies have 7 hits. Only 2 of those singles. Boone is 1 for 2 in the night. Maddox leads off second. Ball gets away from Biff Pocoroba. It'll be a wild pitch as Maddox moves to third base. So Maddox now is on third, 2 down. Ball 1 to count to Boone. Phillies have scored 3 this inning. They're trying to get some more. Skoke will now pitch out of a windup. Boone tops one, shallow right field. Gary Matthews coming on, makes the running catch, and that'll retire the side, but the Phils got 3 runs on 4 hits. They leave 1 man on. At the end of 5 full innings, it's the Phillies 6, the Braves 1, and now it's time for a tasty break.
By Sam here with the Tasty Cake Baseball Baffler. Only 2 players in baseball history have pitched 4 no-hitters. Can you name them? Why don't you toss that around? Why not take a tasty break with some of the most delicious members of the Tasty Cake family? Tantalizing Tasty Cake fruit pies. Try an apple, a French apple, a cherry, peach, or blueberry pie. No matter which kind you choose, you'll discover bite after bite of juicy fruit wrapped in a freshly baked pie crust that is every bit as good as homemade. And for a change of pace, try a tempting Tasty Cake lemon pie. And now here's the answer to our baffler. The only 2 players in baseball history to have pitched 4 no-hitters were Sandy Koufax, the Dodgers' great left-handed Hall of Famer, who played in the 1960s, and the fabulous flame-throwing Nolan Ryan, who, by the way, is still pitching for the California Angels. Baseball and Tasty Cake, all the good things wrapped up in one.
Now this KYW News update. Amtrak says delays of from 30 to 90 minutes can be expected for the time being on north and southbound trains out of Philadelphia because of a previous 2-train collision in the Washington area. According to rail officials, as the night goes along, the period of delay will be shorter and the schedule should be normal again by morning. Amtrak officials say there are reports of at least 67 people hurt. KYW News time 9:39. Now let's return to the Phillies-Braves ballgame.
Well, at the end of the 5th inning, when the ground crew comes out and doctors up the infield, our Philly fanatic David Raymond and one of the ground crew go into that gong show dance routine, and it's very entertaining here for the fans. The member of that ground crew is Gary Winters. And they put on quite a show here at the end of the 5th inning. Fans really love it. Braves batting in the top of the 6th. Darrell Cheney will lead off. He's 0 for 2 on the night. And Christensen's first pitch is high, ball 1. Phil's lead 6-1. It'll be Cheney, Matthews, and Burroughs. Christensen, who hasn't won a game in some time, has a pretty good shot at one here tonight. Here's a pop-up in the infield, playable. Mike Schmidt in foul territory in front of the Braves dugout, makes the catch. Cheney's out. 1 down, and the batter will be right fielder Gary Matthews, who's 0 for 2 in the night. Christensen has really settled down since the 2nd inning. First pitch to Matthews, high, ball 1. Christensen missed with a slider. Larry's throwing fastball, slider, and an occasional changeup. Matthews fouls a pitch away on the right side. Ball one, strike one to Gary Matthews. Matthews, a strong right-hand batter, has 7 home runs, and he missed quite a bit of the early part of the season. Here's a line drive left field. Lazinski going back, can't get it. It's off the bottom of the fence. Lazinski plays the ball off the wall, and Matthews is into second with a stand-up double. So Gary Matthews doubled. And the Braves have a runner on second, 1 out. The batter, the cleanup hitter, Jeff Burroughs. Burroughs batting .328, leads the league in hitting, or did before the game started tonight. He's 0 for 2 in this ball game. He struck out and flied out to shallow center. Christensen out of the stretch. The pitch. High, ball 1. Phillies with a 5-run lead. They lead 6-1 in the top of the 6th inning. Christensen ready. Slider over for a called strike. Christensen is throwing Burroughs a lot of sliders. Burroughs really burned the Phillies pitching staff when the Phillies were down in Atlanta. He fouls the pitch away. Ball 1, strike 2 on Jeff Burroughs. Christensen checks the runner at second. Pitch on the way, struck him out on a fastball. Foul tip, caught by Bob Boone. That's Christensen's 6th strikeout. 2 down. Matthews at second, and the batter, catcher Biff Pocoroba. Pocoroba is 1 for 2. He's accounted for the Braves' only run with a second-inning home run over the right field wall. Christensen out of the stretch, the pitch. Slider is in there for a called strike. Matthews leads off second. 1 strike pitch. Fouled into the Phillies dugout. Strike 2. Boy, this is a beautiful night here at Veterans Stadium. We have a good crowd on hand. We have 8,000 Lutherans at the ballpark tonight. This is Lutheran night. Two-strike pitch. High and inside. 1-2 the count. Christensen ready again. Pitch on the way is fouled out of play. Boy, the Dodgers are really having a bad road trip. They were swept here in Philadelphia. They lost a couple in New York against the Mets. Montreal beat them last night, and it looks like they may go down tonight. They're trailing Montreal 10-5 after 5 innings. Larry Parrish with a grand slam home run for Montreal. Giants lead the Mets 1-0 after 5. A couple of pretty good left-handers in that one, Jerry Koosman and Bob Knepper. Pocoroba grounds the ball towards second. Morrison has it. Fires to Hebner at first. Pocoroba's out, and that'll end the inning. The Braves, no runs, 1 hit, 1 left on. Phillies batting in the home 6th. They lead Atlanta 6-1.
They're waiting for you now at the sign of the cat. The 1978 Mercury Monarch 2- and 4-door sedans. Cars in tune with today. Mercury Monarch. A touch of class in a precision-sized car with room for 5. Designed for American drivers on American roads. Monarch boasts such standard features as a 4.1-liter 6 engine, 4-speed manual overdrive transmission, front discs, and a whole lot more to help make Monarch the value car it is. If Monarch sounds like your kind of car, now's the time to see your Lincoln Mercury dealer.
You know, with the purchase of selected General Electric major appliances, General Electric is giving away a U.S. savings bond.
Bonds away!
That's from now until May 31st.
You know, gentlemen prefer bonds.
You can get a great General Electric major appliance and use the savings bond to help finance a trip.
Bon voyage.
Or use the bond to buy something great.
Like chocolate-covered bonbons?
So see your GE dealer today.
Bonsai!
Associated Appliance Company, 5317 Germantown Avenue, Philadelphia.
Okay, fans, time for another Daily News home run payoff, the game that puts the Phillies at bat for you. The Daily News has paid out almost $125,000 since home run payoff began, and nearly $6,000 this season. And remember, this year every hit pays off, and you can win up to $5,000. If there's no base hit, you still win 4 tickets to a future game. To put yourself in the ball game, use the entry coupon appearing every day in the Daily News, so you can be a winner in home run payoff. And Jimmy Morrison will lead it off for the Phillies here in the bottom of the 6th. Phil's lead 6-1 in the ball game. Lazinski's had a big night with 2 home runs and 3 runs batted in. Jim Morrison batting for Nope, it is neither Al. Tough luck. Victor Villani in Wilmington, Delaware. Al, you've already won $20. First pitch to Jimmy Morrison. Low and inside, ball 1. Jim Morrison batting for Victor Villani, St. John Drive in Wilmington, Delaware, in our Daily News payoff inning. Morrison is 0 for 2 in the night. Skoke's pitch, fly ball, left field. Easy play for Jeff Burrows. He puts it away, and Morrison is out 1 down. We'll send 4 tickets along to Victor Villani in Wilmington, Delaware. And Larry Christensen, the batter. Larry is batting for Lionel Robinson, West Ontario Street here in Philadelphia. Christensen is 0 for 2 in the night. Christensen batting for Lionel Robinson here in Philadelphia. Christensen takes high and inside, ball 1. Left-hander Craig Skoke in relief of Buddy Solomon. Christensen takes low, ball 2. Larry can hit one out of the ballpark if he gets the right pitch. Two 2-0 the count. Pitch on the way. Christensen, big cut, no contact. Ball 2 and a strike to Christensen. Phillies lead 6-1, bottom of the 6th inning. 2-1 pitch. Fouled back, 2-2 the count. Daily News payoff inning. 1 out, nobody on. Every hit pays off. Two and two the count to Christensen. Go for the pitch. Check swing, foul ball right to first base coach Tony Taylor. Count stays at 2-2 on Christensen. The Phillies scored 2 in the first on Hebner's 2-run single. Lazinski made the 3rd run in the 3rd inning with a home run. Schmidt knocked in a run in the 5th, and Lazinski followed with a 2-run homer to make it 6-1. 2-2 pitch right through the middle of the plate. Christensen watches it go by. For the 2nd out, and we'll send 4 tickets along to Lionel Robinson here in Philadelphia. Bate McBride, the batter, swinging for Joe Stubing, Mount Ephraim Avenue in Camden, New Jersey. Bake has walked, scored a run, struck out, and grounded out, officially 0 for 2. McBride batting for Joe Stubing in Camden, New Jersey. McBride takes inside, ball 1. Cincinnati's clobbering the Pirates 8-1 in the 5th inning. Foster with a 3-run homer in that game for the Reds. McBride takes high, ball 2. Brzezinski's 2 home runs tonight, his 11th and 12th, put him one behind Dave Kingman, who leads the National League. Kingman hit one this afternoon in the Cubs win over San Diego. Kingman's on a tear right now. 2-0 pitch. Low, ball 3. If McBride gets on, Larry Bowl will bat. Giants 2, the Mets 1 now at the end of 6th inning. 3-0 pitch is over for a called strike. 2 outs and nobody on. 6-1 lead Phillies, bottom of the 6th. Going for their 7th win in a row. 3-1 pitch to McBride is fouled almost up here in the booth. And it's a 3-2 count on Bake McBride. Left-hander Craig Skoke, 3-2 pitch to McBride. Low, ball 4. McBride gets a 2-out walk. And we'll send 4 tickets along to Joe Stubing in Camden, New Jersey to a future game. Larry Bowe, the batter. Larry batting for Matty Smith, East Elm Street in Conshohocken, Pennsylvania. Bowe is 1 for 3 with a double and a run scored. Larry hitting at .317. McBride on first, 2 outs. Skoke fakes the throw to first. Skoke ready with the pitch. Boa pops one foul and out of play. Strike 1. Boa swinging for Matty Smith in Conshohocken, Pennsylvania, in our Daily News payoff inning. McBride on first. 2 down. Strike 1 on Boa. Skoke ready with the next pitch. Boa takes the breaking ball over for a called strike. 0-2 the count to Boa. Well, McBride might try to steal a base here. We'll see. Takes a long lead. Tremendous lead. Boa, fly ball, right field. Gary Matthews back a few steps. Makes the catch, and that'll end the inning. We'll send 4 seats along to Matty Smith in Conshohocken, Pennsylvania, to a future game. For the Phillies, no runs, no hits, one left on. At the end of 6 full innings, the Phillies 6, the Braves 1.
I used to think of the George machine at Girard Bank as my own private money game. If I forgot to go to the bank or needed cash on a weekend, there he was. Proceed to go and collect $200. Man, I owned that withdrawal button. You know what I mean? And then I looked at all the buttons. Wow. Checking, savings, deposits, loans, transfers, balances. I got a whole bank right here. Now I do my everyday banking with George. I push the buttons, and I run the bank.
George lets you be the banker. Girard Bank. We're there when you need us. Is your engine coughing and wheezing? Well, here's a great idea. Give your carburetor and fuel lines a thorough internal cleaning with STP gas treatment. On sale now for just 47 cents for an 8-ounce can at all 10 Jersey auto stores. So stop in and pick up some STP gas treatment. Now just 47 cents for 8 ounces at 10 Jersey auto stores. And while you're there, you can also save on STP oil treatment and STP carburetor spray cleaner, which is why they say,
your car's not running like it did before. Make a pit stop at 10 Jersey auto stores.
Phillies will play the Braves tomorrow night at 7:35. Jim Cott will be going for the Phillies in that one against our old friend Dick Ruthven for the Braves. And then Sunday afternoon is Jacket Day here at the ballpark. Compliments of the Phillies and English leather. Free Phillies jackets for all kids 14 or under. At game time at 1:35. We move to the 7th inning, and for the play-by-play, Andy Messer.
All right, thank you, Rich. And it'll be Dale Murphy to start it for the Braves against Larry Christensen. who has really settled down. Larry gave the Braves 3 hits in the second, but only 2 hits since. Murphy doesn't have any. He's 0 for 2, popped to short and struck out. Murphy, a right-handed batter who was originally a catcher. The Braves are playing him at first base. Here's the first pitch to Murphy, and it's a high fly ball into deep left center field, but there's time for Maddox to get over, and Gary takes it for the out. Murphy flies out to Maddox in left center. That's 1 down in the 7th inning. It'll bring up Rod Gilbreth. Gilbreth involved in one of the exciting plays we've had here tonight. He was thrown out at the plate following his getting on board on a walk in the 2nd inning. Big McBride rifling a great throw to the plate. Boone waiting for him when he slid in. First pitch to him is low inside a ball. Officially in the ball game as a batter, he's 0 for 1. Here's the 1-0 pitch to Gilbreth. A fly ball looped down the right field line. McBride coming hard, and he gloves it on the run. That was a great play by McBride, because as soon as he caught the ball, he had to be careful not to run into the fence over there, because he was going full steam ahead.
Well, when you have Maddox in center and Bake McBride in right, they really eat up a lot of ground, cover a lot of ground. Bake closed that gap in a hurry. It looked like the ball had a chance to drop in there.
That's 2 down, and here is Jerry Maddox, 2 for 2. Lost the foul back behind the screen, strike 1. Jerry Maddox, the rookie third baseman, came into the ball game looking for his first major league hit, and he's had 2 of them. Christensen stops in the middle of his windup. One strike to count on Maddox. Paid crowd tonight, 40,272 on team night, and what a show we had before the ball game by the Tramps. Swing and a miss, a strike. Had some great disco dancing here before the ball game too. Here's the 0-2 count. Called strike. Jerry Maddox strikes out. Christensen picking up strikeout number 7. Only 1 away from his career high. So the Braves are retired in the 7th. At the end of 6 1/2, the Phillies lead the Braves 6-1. New Atlanta pitcher in the ball game now. Rick Camp is coming into work. He is 0-2 this year with a 5.40 earned run average. Right-hander Rick Camp taking over for Craig Schoch. And Mike Schmidt will lead off the Phillies' 7th inning. He's 1 for 2 with a walk. He has scored 2 runs. And Mike with his 30th RBI. Big swing and a miss, a strike. 2 runs scored by Schmidt would theoretically tie him with Pete Rose, although Rose could be scoring some runs tonight too, the way the Reds are moving along in that ball game. 1 strike on Schmidt. Camp winds. Here's the next pitch. Swing and a miss, strike 2. Camp will be 25 years of age tomorrow. He is in his 2nd big league season, a 1-1 lifetime record against the Phillies. 1 strike on Schmidt. Camp winds. Here's the next pitch. Swing and a miss, strike 2. Camp will be 25 years of age tomorrow. He is in his 2nd big league season, a 1-1 lifetime record against the Phillies. 0-2 the count on Schmidt. Here's the pitch. A breaking ball bounces. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Schmidt to be followed by Greg Luzinski, who has had quite a night. Pair of home runs. Here's the 1-2 to Mike, and it's popped up. Playable behind first base. Going back as Murphy drifts into foul ground and takes it for the out. Schmidt fouls out to the first baseman, Dale Murphy. And listen to the hand for Luzinski. Has hit a pair of home runs tonight, numbers 11 and 12 this year. The 14th time in his career he has had 2 home runs in a ball game. Wind up in the pitch to him, it's high, ball 1. Luzinski also walked, so he's got a perfect night going. Phil's ahead on the scoreboard, 6-1. The pitch is low, ball 2, 2-0 to Lozinski. On this homestand, the Bull has 15 runs batted in, and his next hit will be number 1,000. The 2-0, ground ball, one hopped off the end of his bat to first base, picked up there by Murphy, and he steps on the bag for the out. Crazily bouncing ball to first base. Murphy makes the play, and that's the second out of the inning. And a pretty good hand for Rich Hebner, who knocked in the first 2 runs for the Phillies tonight on a single in the first inning. Richie 1 for 3. 2 out, nobody on base for the Phillies in the 7th inning, trying to win their 7th straight ball game. Right-hander winds. Here's the pitch to Hebner. It's low, ball 1. The left-handed reliever Skoke did a pretty good job for the Braves. He worked an inning and 2/3. The Phils did not score off him. They had just 1 hit, the double by Maddox. Camp misses low, 2-0 the count. Here's the 2-0 pitch to Hebner, and it's over. A slider in there for a strike, 2-1 the count. The Sunday afternoon matchup in this series, left-hander Steve Carlton against knuckleballing Phil Niekro. Swing and a miss by Hebner, 2-2. Phillies to the coast to play the Dodgers twice, the Giants twice, and the Padres 3 times. Swinging a ball tapped foul at the plate, caught on one hop by Hebner, who rifles it back to the mound, and Camp says, I want a new one. 2 balls and 2 strikes to Hebner. Well, the Phils took care of the Dodgers and the Giants here at Veterans Stadium. And in recent years, the Phillies have had good coast trips. But, of course, it's always so much tougher to play a team in their park. Sure, the Dodgers will be anxious to get back home, and the Giants, too. Here's the 2-2 to Hebner. It's inside, full count. Dodgers trailing Montreal tonight 10-4, their game in the 6th inning. Here's the pitch to Hebner, swing and a foul back. But the Giants lead. They're ahead 2-1 over the Mets. That game in the 7th inning, Nepper against Koosman. 2 pretty good lefties in that one. Cubs won their game 5-0 this afternoon over the Padres, a 1-hitter for Rick Lamp. Here's the full count pitch to Hebner. Line drive, base hit down the right field side. It'll roll to the corner, and Hebner will have extra bases. Hebner coasting into second with a stand-up double. Second hit of the ball game for Hebner. That's hit number 8 for the Phillies. And Gary Maddox coming up. Gary doubled his last time up to break an 0-for-15 slump. Maddox was on his way to the plate. Apparently had the wrong bat. He's gone back inside the dugout. 2 outs in the inning with Hebner at second base. Now Maddox ready to come to the plate. Gary 1 for 3 tonight. Maddox up against right-hander Rick Camp. Camp checks Hebner. Here's the pitch. Slider, swing and a miss, strike 1. Here's the 1-strike pitch to Maddox. It's low. 1 ball and 1 strike. The probable pitchers in the first game on the coast for the Phillies would be Jim Lonborg Monday night against Bert Hooton, but that's not official yet. Here's the pitch to Maddox. Ground ball tapped toward third. It's going to be a tough play. Maddox gets it at third, but he can't make a play, and that'll be an infield hit. Maddox grounding one to Jerry Maddox, and he gets an infield hit. Taking third is Hebner.
Well, when the third baseman, Jerry Maddox, had to retreat, he had to back go back about a half a dozen steps, and that's all Gary Maddox needed. No play at all at first base.
Bringing to the plate Bob Boone with 2 down, runners at the corners. Boone has a double and 3 trips tonight. Camp stretches, and here's the pitch to Boone. It's low, ball 1. Two outs in the inning. Camp stretches, and here's the pitch to Boone. Big swing and a miss. 1 ball and 1 strike. Maddox at first base has stolen 10 straight. Incidentally, Dave Johnson has been selected as the Gillette Player of the Week on This Week in Baseball, a weekly baseball highlight show that will be seen on Channel 17 tomorrow at 11 o'clock in the morning. Here's the 1-1 to Boone. It's tap foul behind the plate. And Johnson gets a trophy for being selected as the Player of the Week in that award, and he will receive it prior to Sunday's ball game here at the Vet. Davey, of course, with that grand slam home run to win last Saturday's game over the Dodgers. Here's a throw to first base. Maddox scampers back. Phillies ahead 6-1. A ball and 2 strikes on Boone. Maddox good lead at first. Here's the pitch to Boone, and it's a pop-up. Won't leave the infield. Shortstop Cheney coming in even with the bag, and he takes it for the out. Boone pops up to end the 7th inning for the Phillies, who failed to score. They had 2 hits and 2 men left on base. At the end of 7, Phils lead 6-1, and now time for a tasty break.
There's only one fever just about everyone in Philadelphia wants to catch, and that's Phillies fever. Just like there's only one pack and cake Philadelphians want too. That's Tasty Cake. Well, it's a fresh baked tasty chocolate creamy. A mouth-watering treat if there ever was one. Family packs of Tasty Cake chocolate creamy. They're all the good things wrapped up in one. Tasty Cake is the world of fun. All the good things wrapped up in one.
In today's sophisticated world, owners of prestige luxury cars have become very discerning. Perhaps that's why many Cadillac owners are switching to Lincoln Continental. There could be some good reasons. Example, EPA ratings show Continental has more interior passenger room and trunk space than Cadillac DeVille. In fact, Lincoln Continental is rated as the roomiest passenger car built in America. What's more, Continental is having one of its most successful sales years ever. Lincoln Continental. It's the car many Cadillac owners are switching to at your Lincoln Mercury dealer.
We invite you to join Rich Ashburn on the Haddon Travel 1-week trip to London. The cost is $559 for a first-class trip. Here's what you get. British Airways scheduled 747 from Philadelphia. 7 nights at the Superior First Class Kensington Hilton in London. Theater tickets, a wine and cheese party. Transfers, tips, taxes, and baggage handling. The trip will leave right after the World Series November 2nd. For a free brochure on this first-class 1-week trip to London featuring British Airways 747s from Philadelphia and 7 nights at the Kensington Hilton in London, call Haddon Travel in Philadelphia, Walnut 36663, in New Jersey 7955550. Phillies lead by 5 as we go to the 8th inning. Here's Harry Callis.
All right, thank you, Andy. Bob Beal is going to pinch hit for the Atlanta Braves for pitcher Rick Camp to lead off the Braves 8th. Jerry Martin has come in to play left field, replacing Greg Luzinski. Line drive center field, but right at Gary Maddox. Beal, a switch hitter batting left against Christensen, roped the ball, but right at Maddox, who was playing him shallow and perfectly. 1 down, that'll bring up Roland Office. Office is walked, struck out, and flied out to center. Cleveland has defeated Minnesota 6-3 tonight behind David Clyde. Clyde is now 4-0 for Cleveland. Jeff Zahn took the loss. Here's a pitch on the way to Office, a strike called, fastball on the outside corner. 6-1 Phillies. We're playing in the 8th inning. There's a pitch on the way to Office. Hard ground ball. Stabbed brilliantly. Morrison throws him out. Fine play by Jim Morrison. Sharply hit ground ball. Morrison went way to his right and made a great play, taking a hit away from Roland Office. 2 down. That'd be Morrison's best play since he came up here from Oklahoma City. He made a great play on a line drive not too long ago and turned it into a double play, but super play by Jimmy Morrison.
There's Darrell Cheney, the shortstop, and he takes one high for a ball. Cheney is nothing out of 3. Christensen's 1-0 pitch. Fastball is low, 2-0. With a 6-1 lead in the late innings, it looks like Larry Christensen is going almost exclusively to the fastball. The 2-0 pitch. Fastball, pop foul out of play, and it's 2-1 to Darrell Cheney. Jim Cott going against Dick Rusin tomorrow night. Game time 7:35, and on Sunday afternoon at 1:35, Steve Carlton and Phil Necro. Here's the 2-1 pitch. Low for a ball, falls behind Cheney, 3-1. Youngsters, remember Sunday will be Jacket Day. 2-1, 3-1 pitch is fouled straight back, and it's a full count to Cheney. Two outs, nobody on base. 8th inning. Here's a pitch to Cheney, swing and a very high pop-up. Near shortstop, Larry Bow is right there. He waits, puts it away, and 1, 2, 3 go the Braves here in the 8th. No runs, 6 errors, and none left. Bottom half of the 8th inning, it's Phillies 6, Atlanta 1.
Right now, MAB is offering you a chance to buy the Phillies Way souvenir book for just $1.49. This colorful book features playing tips from your favorite Phillies, plus a complete set of Phillies baseball cards. Think of it, the entire Phillies team all under one cover. Just try to match that with regular baseball cards. And when you visit your MAB paint store, dealer, or Rich Lux Home Center, you will get more years per gallon of the MAB Seashore House paint. You can't buy better paint. The Phillies in MAB, great in 78.
Phillies, so when I heard about Gerard Banks' play ball at the Phillies contest, I really got excited. It's between 9 and 14 can enter. If I win, I'll get to warm up with the Phillies and sit in the dugout during the game against Chicago on June 25th. I'll even get my own uniform and autographed baseball. My dad got me an entry blanket, Gerard Banks. All parents can get one for their kids, too. Any boy or girl 9 to 14 can enter at any Gerard office. But hurry, the contest closes June 12th.
New pitcher for the Atlanta Braves is Chopper Campbell, appearing in his 19th game. Campbell has won 2, lost 1. His earned run average is 4.91. Jim Morrison, the first one to face Campbell. Morrison has flied out to left, flied out to right, and flied out to left. Phillies leading at 6-1, bottom of the 8th. Campbell on for Rick Camp, who was taken out for the pinch hitter. Camp pitched 1 inning, no runs, 2 hits. Pitch to Morrison is top foul out of play. 1 strike to Jim Morrison. There's a 1 strike pitch by Campbell. Swing and a pop-up. It's foul. Coming near the Braves dugout is Maddox, and the third baseman makes the catch. So Morrison is out on a foul pop to Jerry Maddox. That'll bring on Larry Christensen, the pitcher. LC is nothing for 3. He's tapped back to the mound and twice struck out. Campbell is 26 years old. Big right-hander, 6'3", 210-pounder. Pitch to Christensen, a swing and a miss. Campbell pitched in 65 games for the Braves last year. Next pitch, a fastball over. It's 0-2. He recorded 13 saves. He wasn't as lucky in the win department. He was 0-6. Here's the two-strike pitch. Breaking ball. Strike 3 called. Struck him out. Christensen is out on 3 pitches. That's 2 down, and that'll bring on Bake McBride. Bake's 0 for 2. He has walked twice, stolen a base, and scored a run. Phillies have 6 runs and 9 hits. The Braves 1 run and 5 hits. Wind up by Campbell. Here's the pitch to Bake. Over at the knees for a strike call. One strike pitch, swing and a miss. 0-2 to Bake McBride. The Pirates have scored 4 runs in the 6th inning, but they still trailed Cincinnati 8-5 after 6. Here's the 2-strike pitch. Low and inside. Bake has to skip rope to get out of the way of the ball. 1 ball and 2 strikes to Bake McBride. Wind up by Campbell, the 1-2 pitch. Fastball outside. It's 2-2. The 2-2 pitch to Bake, swing and a miss. He chased the high pitch and he struck him out. 2 strikeouts for Campbell. Phillies go down 1-2-3 in the 8th. No runs, hits, or errors, and none left. We move to the 9th inning. It's Bill 6, Atlanta 1.
Plymouth Arrow gets great mileage, 39 on the highway, 29 in the city, and has a low sticker price, $38.41, excluding taxes and destination charges, and features light reclining buckets, tinted glass, and fold-down rear seats. So when you get a Plymouth Arrow, you get your money's worth. The mileage is an EPA estimate for a manual transmission Arrow with 1.6-liter engine. Your mileage may differ. Plymouth Arrow's great mileage, price, and features give you your money's worth. See it today at your local Chrysler Plymouth dealer.
My mom made me the biggest hoagie in the whole wide world.
I made it fresh from the corner deli at Acme Super Saver. I found wonderfully fresh meats, cheeses, and hoagie varieties to make a different hoagie every day.
Provolone and Munster, they're the big cheeses at my house.
You'll find a delicious selection of cheeses, all sliced to order from the corner deli at Acme.
Take it from me, nothing tastes better than real Jewish rye and real corned beef.
He likes his rye bread fresh, so I buy it freshly sliced from the corner deli at Acme.
Real Jewish rye, crunchy Italian bread, pumpernickel. Any way you slice it or any way we slice it, they're baked fresh, delivered fresh. And you take it home fresh from the corner deli at Acme.
I like nothing better than to smother spicy salami with real deli mustard.
You'll find over 85 varieties of fresh deli meats and cheeses, and our spicy mustard will cover every single one.
Delicious.
There's freshness waiting for you at the corner deli at Acme Super Saver.
Well, the Phils are offering you fans a tremendous collection of souvenir items that include youth uniforms, jerseys, warm-up jackets, sweaters, golf shirts, and many other items. These items are available over the counter or through the mail from Phillies World at 6 Smith Sporting Goods, 7554 Frankfurt Avenue in Northeast Philadelphia. All available products are on display at 6 Smith. Gary Matthews leads off for the Braves. 9th inning, takes a pitch low for a ball. Ground ball up the middle. What a grab by Boa. He threw him out. Great play by Larry Boa on a sharply hit ground ball up the middle. Boa diving for the stop and threw out Gary Matthews. 1 down in the 9th inning. Phillies are really throwing some leather at the Atlanta Braves in this ball game, as well as long ball and good pitching. Here's Jeff Burrows. Burrows is 0 for 3. Is struck out, fly to center, and struck out. Pitch on the way is a slider outside for a ball. One 0 pitch to Burrows. Fastball is high, and it's 2-0. Two 2-0 pitch. Over for a strike call. 2-1 to Jeff Burrows. The lone Atlanta run coming in the second inning on a Biff Pocaroba home run. He's on deck. Pitch to Burrows outside, and it's 3-1. Three-one pitch to Burrows. Swing and a miss. It's a full count. Three-two pitch. Swinging a ground ball, deep third. Mike Schmidt has it. The long throw in plenty of time. Burrows is out, 2 down, and that'll bring on Biff Pocaroba, the catcher. Pocaroba has homered in 3 at-bats. Christensen has pitched a fine ball game. He's given up at 5 hits, 1 run, struck out 7, and he has walked a pair. Here's the pitch to Pocaroba, grounded foul down the first base side. Been a while since LC has had that sweet taste of a win. May 14th, his last win. Pitch to Pocaroba is high for a ball. It's 1-1. Great crowd tonight for team night, 40,272. The Tramps performed before the game. Did a fine job. 1-1 pitch is a change that's over, and he's in front of Poco, a ball and 2 strikes. Here's Larry Christensen's 1-2 pitch, fastball high. It's 2-2. Christensen has pitched 1 previous complete game. That was his shutout in his first assignment of the year. The 2-2 pitch. Swing, ground ball up the middle. Jim Morrison can't get this one. It's off his shoe and caroms into left center. Jerry Martin chases it down, and Pocaroba will hold on at first. That'll be a hit for Pocaroba, his second, and the Braves' 6th. And it'll bring up big Dale Murphy, the first baseman. He has popped up, struck out, and flied out to center field. Two outs at first base, Biff Pocaroba. Here's a pitch on the way to Murphy, a bouncing foul down the third base line. One strike to count to Dale Murphy, big first baseman. 2 outs, Pocaroba first base. Pitch to him, swing and a fly ball center field. Should be the ball game. Gary Maddox right there. He makes the catch. Phillies have won their 7th game in a row. 9 out of 10 now in this homestand. Larry Christensen the distance for the win. He's a nice winning pitcher. He wins a case of tasty cake for him and also for the Shriners Hospital for crippled children. No runs, a hit, no errors. 1 left. We'll be back to the final totals and a recap right after this. And for the no matter what you do, no matter when or where, you know a blessed bird is like an angel, yeah, when you've been hurt by hey, that's right. Nothing goes with that special time you call yours, like the cool, fresh taste of Budweiser. When you big boy ride yours. Oh, and I the Bush thing good. Well, I remember way back in '52, and those nights you know with Mary Lou, hanging out in the drive-in in my 57 Ford V8. Hey, Rocky, I bet my Ford's better than your Ford. Well, yeah, what do you got in that thing? Yeah, well, I got a new set of champion plugs. Oh, hey, listen, man, I just remembered I got to get my dust pan trimmed, right? Hey.
bet my Pinto gets better mileage than your Pinto. Yeah? Tell me, what do you got in that thing? Yeah, well, I got a new set of Champion Plus. Oh, wow. Hey, I got a split. I just remembered I got to get a hair transplant, right? Hey, time to change.
Back at Veterans Stadium, Harry Callis with you, where the Phillies have defeated the Atlanta Braves by a score of 6-1. 2 homers by Greg Luzinski tonight, boosting his season total to 12 and also boosting his RBI total to 36. As he is moving up among the leaders in home runs and runs batted in. A couple of hits for Gary Maddox, 2 hits for Richie Hebner, including a bases-loaded single and fine pitching by Larry Christensen. Backed by outstanding defense, particularly good plays by Larry Bowe and by Jim Morrison. Here are the final totals for the winning Phils. 6 runs, 9 hits, no errors. The Phillies left 7. Atlanta had 1 run, 6 hits, no errors, left 5. Larry Christensen, 1 of these, 4 and 4, his second complete game. The loser was Buddy J. Solomon. Solomon is now 1 and 4. Stay tuned for the Tasty Cake wrap-up show. We'll be talking to the Bull. Greg Luzinski will be our special guest. Hey, Toy has been our engineer for tonight's game. Our executive producer, Steve Silverman. Phillies baseball is a presentation of the Philadelphia Phillies. For Rich Ashburn and Andy Musser, Harry Callis saying thanks for listening. Final score again. Phil's 6 and the Braves 1, and this is the Phillies Baseball Network.
Phillies baseball has been sponsored in part by Tasty Cake, whose cakes, pies, and cookies give you over 30 delicious ways to take a tasty break. Tasty Cake, all the good things wrapped up in one. And by your Coca-Cola bottler, who reminds you that Coke adds life to baseball and all your favorite sports. Enjoy it often. By Girard Bank, where George lets you be the banker night and day, every day. And by the people with the all-star lineup this season, your local Lincoln Mercury dealers. By Anheuser-Busch, brewers of Budweiser, the king of beers. There's no better way to relax than with the easy taste of Budweiser. And by Geno's, where you get the 100% sirloiner, Kentucky Fried Chicken, crispy fish, and make it yourself salad. You'll be feeling good at Geno's. By your local Chrysler Plymouth dealer, where you get grand slam deals on the most complete lineup of new cars in your area.
This is News Radio in the Delaware Valley, KYW 1060, Philadelphia. The top story of this hour, delays on the Amtrak line between the Boston to Washington corridor, all because of a train collision just north of Washington, D.C. According to rail officials, as the night goes on, the period of delay will be shorter right now, about 30 to 90 minutes. The schedule should be normal by morning. We'll have details after the Tasty Cake wrap-up show. KYW News Time, 10:29.
Construction has begun, so it's your opportunity to make a deal on a car or truck you'll be talking about for years. The Marty Sussman organization must move its entire inventory of new Oldsmobiles, Hondas, Dodges, Mazdas, and trucks. Even custom vans must go to make room for the construction workers and equipment. Now, this is not just another sale. This is a real opportunity to save hundreds of dollars on over 350 cars and trucks and over 100 used cars. We're not kidding around. There are no gimmicks, no restrictions. All in-stock cars and trucks are eligible. Even special deals on hard-to-get Hondas and Mazdas. Inventory must be moved immediately to make room for new construction during this truly we-mean business sale. That's Marty Sussman Olds Honda and Marty Sussman Dodge Mazda, Jenkintown, Pennsylvania.
And now Tasty Cake is proud to present the Tasty Cake wrap-up show with facts and figures of tonight's game. An exclusive interview with the star of the game. So grab a Tasty Cake. There are more than 30 delicious kinds to choose from. relax in your easy chair, and get into the 1978 baseball season with Tasty Cake and the Phillies. All the good things wrapped up in one.
Tasty Cake is a world of fun. All the things wrapped up in one.
Back at Veterans Stadium, Harry Callis with you, where the Phillies have defeated the Atlanta Braves by a score of 6-1. The Phillies now have won 7 in a row, 9 out of 10 on this homestand, remain 1 game behind the Chicago Cubs in National League East. Our star of the game, Greg Luzinski, the Bull was 2 for 3 tonight, both of them home runs, boosting his season total to 12. His RBI total to 36, and Greg, it looks like the Bull is back.
Well, tonight here, I was swinging the bat pretty good. I don't know, the last... on this homestand, it seems like I'm getting together a little bit. I've been able to take some extra hitting and work with Billy. He studied some films, of when I was hitting good, and compared them to, some films when I wasn't, and recent films, and he's picked a few things out, and I've gone down to the batting cage and tried to work out of it, and, so far I've been able to get a few key hits when we needed them and pick the club up.
Anything in particular that you discovered that you were doing wrong, or?
Well, I think, basically, my hands were in a bad position, and I wasn't getting ready soon enough, and when I started rushing, and, at the ball, my head's moving, I'm not seeing the ball. Every time people have asked me, when I'm in a good groove, what I've done different is it's that I see the baseball, and, I spray the ball around, I pull the ball sometimes, I'll hit the ball right field, and, I'm strong enough to muffle some balls, but, the big thing is that I'm staying back there and seeing the ball, as where before I was rushing everything and my head was moving, and consequently the ball's moving on me.
That had to be about as low as your batting average has ever been in June, was it not?
Yeah, I think so. Everybody said, I was a bad starter, but I got off to, a half-decent start where I was hitting the ball, and, it was just one of those things where I fell into the slump, and, I was frustrated mentally. I tried probably everything I could think of to try to work my way out of it. We were on the road. I couldn't take a lot of extra BP, and we were playing a lot of day games. And like I said, the team was losing on the road, and it was frustrating to me because I was leaving a lot of men on base. And I knew they were looking for me, in that situation to pick up a couple key hits. And on that road trip, if I would have been hitting it all, we could have turned that record around.
Greg, psychologically, it seems to me you have always been able to handle that, though. I'm sure that Gene would probably say at home you were the same Greg, were you not?
Yeah, basically I was, but like I said, I need to work out of it, and, I wasn't able to do that, and, I don't know, it was the longest I've been in one, and, I was getting a little frustrated. I think I was trying to do a little bit too much with the baseball, and, consequently you start your body too soon, and you start your hands too soon, and you're moving too much, and, like I said, it makes the ball move, and, like I said, the club was losing, and it, put a little more pressure on me, the fact that they were looking for me to hit, and, I wasn't coming through, and, that was one time right there where, we needed some help.
Well, the Phillies jumped on starter Buddy J. Solomon immediately in the first inning when he made the mistake of walking the bases loaded with 1 out, and that brought to the plate Rich Hebner.
Here's the windup by Solomon, the 1-1 pitch. Swing and a line drive. That's going to fall for a base hit to right field. McBride scores. Schmidt rounding third. He scores. And the Phillies lead it 2-0.
And Greg, having Richie Hebner and Jose Cardinal hitting behind you certainly also helps a little bit.
Yeah, well, it sure does. With Hebner behind me, it definitely helped. He's picked up a lot of big RBIs, behind me. This homestand, he didn't have too bad a road trip, but, early in the homestand, he got a lot of key hits for us. And, with Bo and, McBride being hot and getting on base as much as they are, Hebner's going to be able to pick up some RBIs, when, say, me and Schmidt are hitting well. And, he was kind of keeping us glued together from the 3, 4, and 5 spot.
In the second inning, the Braves threatened to tie the score. Biff Pokerobit hit a home run, and with 2 outs, Rod Gilbreth walked. Jerry Maddox got his first major league hit, a base hit up the middle, putting 2 men on base with 2 outs, and that brought up pitcher Buddy J. Solomon.
1-1 pitch. Swing and a ground ball, base hit right field. Gilbreth rounding third. McBride throw, and he is out at home plate. A great throw by Tate McBride.
Shake and bake put it right on the money to Bob Boone, and that retired the side. And as it turned out, the Braves were only to get the one run off Larry Christensen, the home run by Biff Pokerova. The Phillies were to get more, leading 2-1 in the third inning with 2 outs and nobody on base. Our star of the game, Greg Luzinski, came to the plate.
Here is a hard hit ball deep into left center field. Way back, it is gone. A real bull blast to deep left center field, and the Phillies lead the game 3-1.
Greg, what kind of a pitch, the first one?
Well, both of them were high fastballs, and, they try to throw high fastballs to me. It's a pitch that I think from last year and this year, and I'm starting to swing the bat better, that, they try to throw me there, but I'm able to handle a lot better. Kluszewski, once told me, he said he went from a low ball hitter to a high ball hitter because he was pitched so much up there, and, consequently, I think I've become a little better high ball hitter.
I guess your wheelhouse would generally be regarded as down and in, huh?
Well, normally, I've been a real good off-speed hitter. When I'm in a good groove and a breaking ball hitter, I hit the ball down well, and I think that at bat, when I did hit the home run, I had 2 strikes on me, and I shortened up a little bit, and I think I kind of proved something to myself that I got to stay back and wait. I've seen Larry Bowe; he's real hot now. He's swinging the bat good, and he's just staying back and really using his hands and being real quick. And I don't know. I've been kind of looking at that and trying to apply it to when I've been hitting, and I shortened up a little bit, and I think that was a big at bat for me.
And when you do adjust, it looks to me, too, and Rich was remarking, that Richie Hebner, who is known as a dead low ball hitter, also is beginning to hit the high pitch. Are they working him up, the Hackers?
Yeah, I think so. It's one of those things that, if you're going to be a good hitter, you're going to have to adjust to how pitchers are throwing you. And if you got a pitcher out there with good control and he's going to keep trying to burn you up, you're going to have to hit it if it's in the strike zone. And like I said, I think I've learned to hit the high ball a lot better than when I first come out.
Well, the Phillies finished their scoring in the 5th when Larry Bowe had doubled. Mike Schmidt singled him home, and that brought to the plate again Greg Luzinski.
Solomon's pitch. Long drive. Oh, baby. Watch this one go. Home run. Oh, boy. Luzinski with his second home run of the night, a 2-run shot with Schmidt on base, and the Phillies lead it 6-1, and he really powdered it.
No doubt about that one.
No, it wasn't. He got it in a little bit more on me, and it was, like I said, a little, up in the strike zone. And again, I shortened up, and I just stayed there and saw the ball. I always talk about seeing the baseball and not moving too much because my swing is short, and consequently, maybe I found it a little bit tonight. I think that second AB. After I walked with 2 strikes really helped me out, and I went up there with, the third time with the same thing in mind. Keep it short and see the baseball, and he made a little bit of a mistake, and I was able to handle it.
Well, thanks ever so much. Congratulations on a great ball game, and keep her going.
Okay, thank you, Harry.
Greg Luzinski, our guest. All of our guests on the Tasty Cake Wrap-Up Show receive a gift certificate from the Mitchell Darrow Clothing Showrooms, 417 North 3rd Street in Philadelphia, the Rosemont Village Mall in Rosemont, and the Stock Room in Quakertown. We'll be back to check that Major League scoreboard in a moment. Now it's time for a tasty break.
Tasty Cake is the demon strain, a brand new love for golden ways. Tasty Cake is the morning sun, it's all of the things wrapped up in one. Tasty Cake is the feel free, it's on that thing for you and me. Tasty Cake is the world of fun, it's all of the things wrapped up in one.
People are proud to call Philadelphia home because we've got a superstar baseball team like the Phillies. And we've also got a superstar cake called Tasty Cake, like fresh-baked Tasty Cake coffee cake, real buttery tasting coffee cake packed with plenty of coffee cake crumbs, or cream-filled coffee cake with a luscious vanilla cream finish. Bring home Tasty Cake coffee cake one package at a time or by the family pack full. It's all the good things wrapped up in one.
Tasty Cake is the world of fun. All the things wrapped up in one.
Back at Veterans Stadium, the Phillies stay 1 game behind the Cubs because while the Phils are hot at home, so are the Chicago Cubs. They shut out San Diego 5-0 behind Dennis Lamp. A one-hitter, Gene Richards, got the only hit, a 6th-inning single. In that game, Dave Kingman hit his 13th home run of the year. He leads the National League with 13. Greg Luzinski and George Foster next with 12. Los Angeles Dodgers having a tough trip. They trail Montreal 10-6 at the end of 8 innings of play, batting in the ninth with their last chance. Reggie Smith, a Dodger home run. His 11th. Larry Parrish hit a grand slam, number 7 for him. And Montreal trying to stay a half game behind the Phillies. They're well up in Los Angeles. The New York Mets have just gone in front of San Francisco with a 2 spot in the 8th. They lead the Giants 3-2. Jerry Koosman started Skip Lockwood in there now. Bob Knepper the distance for San Francisco. Cincinnati is leading Pittsburgh by a score of 9-5. They're in the bottom of the 7th. George Foster, his 12th home run of the year. Lots of pitchers have been used. Neither starter Paul Moskow or Dan Robinson are around. St. Louis leads Houston 2-1 at the end of 3. It's J.R. Richard going against Silvio Martinez. In the American League, a final in 6-3 Cleveland over Minnesota. David Clyde won his 4th without a loss, and Jeff Zahn took the loss. 3-2 final, Detroit defeated Kansas City. Jack Dillingham won it. Paul Splittorff took the loss, and Aurelio Rodriguez a Detroit home run. Toronto and Milwaukee are tied 2-2 after 7. Jim Clancy and Mike Caldwell in that one. Chicago leading Texas 4-3. They are through 7 at Texas. Al Oliver, a Texas home run. Baltimore at Oakland will find Mike Flanagan against Pete Broberg. New York at California, Ed Figueroa and Frank Tanana. Here at Veterans Stadium, Greg Luzinski hitting a pair of home runs. Larry Christensen fine pitching. Phillies win it by a score of 6-1. 7th in a row and 9 out of 10 on this homestand.